Hello. Hello, everyone. It's me. Alive.
Oh,
Believe
I'm
it or
here
not.
too.
I don't know why I'm doing this voice.
Yeah, you sound very froggy.
It happens sometimes. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. I cannot make
Oh, okay.
I cannot make I cannot make frog noises. It's impossible for me to make
Wait,
froggy
what?
noises. I don't know why.
Froggy noise?
I never
You mean just a ribbit?
I never learned to make froggy noises.
You just do the voice you're doing and just do ribbit.
Rabbit.
Yeah,
Rabbit.
that's close enough.
I used to be really good.
That sounds less convincing.
When I was little, I used to do like a lot of I used to be really good at making like weird fucking animal noises.
Yeah, I think that's just a thing kids do. No, is they just like experiment on what noises they can make,
Yeah.
just on an entertainment level, because you're just bored, and you're like, I don't know. I feel like it's part of the learning experience. You hear a dog go woof, and then you try to repeat it.
Yeah. I used to be really good at I don't remember exactly how I did it. It was to trap a bubble of air in my throat and make a hollow screech that sounded a lot like movie dinosaurs. But I forgot how to do
Oh
that.
yeah, I know some people who did the whole they tried to be like, oh yeah, you watch Jurassic Park, and they'd make the noise like the T-Rex would make. It was like, okay.
Yeah, it was like a weird hollow noise without a lot of air coming out. I don't remember how to do that. But I did know how to do it at some point.
Fair. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other than the Microsoft Sam voice and some others. I just I just do character voices in my head.
Yeah.
And then just try to voice them.
Yeah, I do have just an assortment of nowadays I have just an assortment of weird little voices that come out at random. I just wake up one day and I go to the living room and I just go, hello everyone. Hello. Or something like that, and they're yeah, okay, she's doing voices again. There goes the autism. Doing fucking voices. Wait, give me a moment. I need to petrify something here. I keep forgetting how this yeah. Autism powers activate. Hell yeah. Noise generator.
Sorry, I had that thing where as soon as I start a thing that I'm supposed to do, someone annoyingly calls me.
Yeah, that happens.
They know exactly when I'm busy. Oh my god. Oh my god.
But yeah, I have the little voices. Every now and then I just wake up. And I go to the living room and I make a little voice hello everyone. And they're like, yeah, there she goes. She's doing an autism again.
That's about right. That happens. I feel like people do that on their I don't know. I feel like that's just a thing people don't admit is I've noticed people will just generally do more embarrassing stuff if they're home alone too.
Yeah.
Because there have been times where I have my cousin's keys to their apartment and I have to drop something off. I think they're at work and then I enter their place to drop off the food and then I see them dancing cringily to a song they like and then they're like, "Oh no." And I'm like, "Oh. Yeah, that's fine."
I mean that as far as things you can get caught doing when you're alone, that's pretty low if you actually think about it. You're just vibing.
Oh well, the alternatives would make me burn my eyeballs, I'd imagine, but
yeah. Can you imagine you enter into someone's room without knocking and they have a collar and they're doing it?
Ew.
And it's okay.
I think the other thing that I've walked in on was my friend's fiance, and my friend was this was during when he was taking up as many shifts as possible to just to set up for stuff in the future that they wanted to make sure was secure. So she missed him. I remember walking in on her just sniffing his hoodies.
Yeah.
But like I walked in and she like took a big inhale and then she looked at me and I felt like the most danger I've ever felt in my life is like, man, she's staring at me, I'm staring at her. Do I make a run for it? Do I acknowledge what's going on? Because I don't feel like I'm leaving this apartment alive.
You just like slowly back away, not even say
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
You just like
pretty much.
like the Homer meme. You just dissolve into the hedge.
Yeah,
No, yeah, no, yeah. Like
yeah.
that's I don't know. That's like we're yeah. Like I don't know. Like I remember like when I was like a teenager, something I did a lot when I was home alone was like grab one of them because we had like the big long umbrellas, and I will grab one of them and pretend it was a sword and just like fight the air.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other stuff. Oh, I would gather all my toys and make wars happen
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I would do that. But like I didn't have that many cool action figures. I'd have like a couple, but then the rest were like my mom's plushes or whatever. So I'd have to make intricate plots,
Yeah.
which would just involve me throwing the plushes on the wall, really, now that I think about it. But yeah, I really liked shonen battles even back then too.
Just like throwing the yeah. I do remember like it annoyed my mom a lot when I was like a proper child, not a teenager, but like an actual child. She would like go out,
Mm-hmm.
and when she came back, all of the like appliances, all of the pots were on the ground in like little like perfectly organized piles. Because I will take all of the pots out and just like pile them up by size,
Hmm.
and she will have to put them away again.
I would also just like grab random furniture that was like that it's hard to explain and just make them like pseudo weapons for my play fights.
Yeah, I do.
So just I'd put a vase on my freaking wrist and just pretend it was the Mega Man Mega Buster,
Yeah,
even though it was very likely that I would have broken it. But I never did, which was pretty good. But it's just like yeah, I mean like it just comes down to it. Is just like when you're a kid, at least back in the day, I feel like we're gonna sound old, but it's like in the age of like video games and technology, is like imagination isn't necessarily as required for a
I
kid.
mean, yeah, I didn't have
Um,
internet back then.
yeah, well, I did back then, but it's like I didn't learn about computers until a little later on in my life, and so like your imagination would just do a lot of the heavy lifting to keep you entertained because like what else are you gonna do to kill the time?
No, my parents did have to like um to like make sure I didn't have access to the internet when they were away. Because
Hmm.
I became very very literate with computers very very early.
Me too.
So by the age of 6, I was already like way better than them at that. So they had to just like hide
Oh,
the
I don't think
internet.
I.
They needed to just like hide
Yeah,
the
I
internet.
don't.
I mean that year when I was 6 years old was I built my first computer. So like I started really early.
Yeah, no, I had laptops early on because my parents would have business laptops. I think the earliest I probably started was maybe like 9, probably 9. And then, but my most concrete memories, because like I would play like PC games and stuff that my dad had,
Yeah.
which were like Dragon's Lair and Flight Simulator and stuff like that. I didn't really like Flight Simulator as much. And then there were the educational games like Math Blaster and stuff like that. And then later on, I kind of just moved into checking out the internet, mostly like YouTube, because that was like when it was starting out and it was really like this crazy to everyone.
I was
And
like I think
yeah.
that's just an indicator of how like both how old I am and how early I was to the computers. I was already using the internet when YouTube like showed up. Like
Yeah, me
I
too.
started using
So
the
it's
internet before YouTube became a thing.
hmm I think I only I used it around the time it was around. Mostly because it's just like the internet in my head it wasn't like too interesting outright when I had my choice, and then later on like games and then videos came up and it was just like um early really was very interesting on the comedy spectrum because you had like the earliest introductions to content creators like Ryan Higa and like Smosh
Yeah.
and like the abridged space was starting to go off. Like it was like it's like crazy to think of like how Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged has like 80 episodes now, but it's like there was a time in my life where I was waiting desperately for the next episode, and it was only like on episode 8 or 9, and
Yeah.
then they'd be removed because of copyright, and then I'd have to wait around. Or like even just the old days of like people nowadays
Like you remember, were you
have it
around?
too good on the internet. Is like no one knows the struggle of trying to find an anime episode back in the day.
Yeah.
Like it was wildly different. Like you'd have to go to a site, it was probably taken down. It wasn't Kiss Anime, there was no go like anything like that.
Yeah, there was no Nia
You just have
torrents,
to,
nothing like that.
yeah, you just have to like Google search the episode title name or check YouTube, and maybe it would be there for about a day
Yeah.
or 2 days.
Or you wouldn't
And then
or
you'd
you would
have
need to go into like LimeWire or Aries and hope that you didn't get a virus.
yeah, and,
Pray
yeah,
that it was an
and
actual
you,
video.
and you just have a video that would be like stuttering because the player just wasn't optimized because
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
way back in the day.
Yeah, and
It's
because you
just
were
like,
trying to play HD video on like a GPU from 2003.
and you're just sitting there, and as you are young, you're like, yeah, watching anime, like it doesn't bother you at all.
Yeah.
Versus like now I know people who will like they'll stream an episode, it's like, "Ah, it's not in HD." I'm like, you spoiled little brat.
Yeah,
Like
back in
you
my
can,
day, like when there were games like my computer couldn't run, I would watch them at 360p, and I enjoyed it.
yeah, I was fine with it. Like
Crysis,
crunchy resolution,
360p
you
Crysis, let's
get
go.
used to it. Yeah, yeah.
With like
It's just like,
with like the
let's
register
go.
hypercam, like wait,
There's
watermark on top.
yeah. I'll be real with you. I'm sure, like, because I've watched so many anime since I was young, so I've probably lost track of what I watched way back then. I think I know at least DNA Angel from what I remember, but it's just like I bet you if I was reminded of a series and then I saw it like currently in HD format, my brain would break. I'd be like, this seems wrong. I'm so used to it in crunchy, like
Yeah.
in 360p. Like this doesn't feel right.
No, no, like that happened to me recently. I went to watch an old movie. Um, wait, give me a moment.
Remove the bot. The bot must die. Why does my sword icon whenever I press it? Yeah, like it. The pin icon is right under it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like yeah, I remember like watching old movies recently that I hadn't watched since like back then. It was like, wow, the CGI is actually really bad, but it was 360p, so I didn't notice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, it's like,
There are a lot of old shows and movies where you look back at like now and you're just like, oh yeah, my imagination was doing a lot of the heavy lifting in that experience.
yeah, no, and that was actually like, I do remember, that was actually like my first exposure to like hardcore pornography. Um,
Okay.
and
That
like
explains a lot.
back in 2006, back in 2006, History Channel, back when they actually did stuff about history, you know,
Hmm.
and they had a show called Dogfights, and it was like this very nice like 3D animated show, about dogfights, you know, like famous like 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 fighter plane pilot and stuff like that. It was mostly like World War II and Cold War era,
Hmm.
but it had like some really nice 3D animation and some like, yeah, it was like cool, and it had like really cool like technical comparisons of the planes and like cool graphics and stuff like that. So I really liked it as a child, and I remember I was looking for for an episode of that. I went to like, it was like a program similar to LimeWire. It was called Aries. That is what we use in my house. And I went in there and I just looked up fights, and I found the first file that was an MP4, and I downloaded it. And when I opened it, there was just like a lady squirting, and I was like, that's not a MiG-21.
Yeah, yeah.
What is she doing?
True.
The thing is like,
that happens.
the thing is like back then, but of course I didn't understand. I wasn't like turned on or anything like that because I was too young for that.
Hmm.
But the thing is like so that's how that wire got crossed. Yeah, maybe that's why I want to fuck a
Yeah.
plane. Maybe that's where that got crossed.
Yeah, that's probably it.
No, but yeah, like I didn't like, so I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be looking at it, but the thing is like I found it like so weirdly fascinating that I started looking for more stuff like that. Just like because it's like, okay, what are they doing? What is going on there? You know?
Yeah.
Like, but what
Yeah.
why is she? First of all, where is her penis? And second of all, why is she like emitting liquid?
Yeah, that is the problem if you discover that before being properly taught that. Yeah, that happens. That happens.
Uh,
I know other friends who have stories similar to that, and you're just like, man, the amount of like relative regulation that some people should have been doing on their home PCs.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Okay, so like first of all, where is her
Like,
penis?
hey, maybe
And
you should check what you maybe you should check what your kid's doing on the computer. Like, come on, dog.
yeah. And second of all, why is she a fountain? Like that was my main question. Why is she a fountain? Because like you have to, like imagine you are like 6 years old. You are just looking for videos of good planes, and you open a video and there's just like a lady squirting on the camera. That makes an impression. You want to know what she's doing.
Well, to be fair, from what I remember, like in the early days, and like the sentiment from people like Tom Fulp of Newgrounds is just like the reason why, like we used to call it the old wild west of the internet, right? And like he has a very interesting sentiment on it as to why, like, when people talk about like the porn on Newgrounds, they're just like, why don't you take it down so it's friendly? He's like, with the internet, it was always one click away.
Yeah.
And so like we were just like the reality of that is like I think they did do genuine, like, I think age separation things, but it's just like there was like the reality is if someone was on there, they were probably going to search and like check it if they really wanted to. So yeah, it would happen, which is an interesting sentiment.
Yeah. Going to
say, but
going to
like
like going to Newgrounds and putting
yeah.
Princess Zelda hentai. That is what you look. You like put a name, space hentai, and
Yeah, I could.
because back then everything
But
was
yeah,
hentai.
yeah, no, you're probably right. It's just like it is what it is. Time flies. It's weird just to think how the internet has like shaped and changed over like the course of at least 2 decades from our perspective, and just like the ease of use of everything,
Yeah.
and also like some of the lack of fun, because like I think we've talked about it before. It's just like you and me both extremely hate minimalistic web design.
Yeah.
Being like the forefront, and it's just like
I miss back in the
I
day.
get
You know
I
what I
get that
really miss?
I get that it's like it's supposed to be uniform with your mobile, but it's so boring.
You know what I really miss?
What?
Back when like every game had like a very crunchy, like perfectly themed website with like sounds and like sounds every time you hit a button. You know, like you were excited. You were excited for a game, so you went to the game website, and it was like themed like
Not
the
only just games, almost everything just had a website just to correspond.
and it had like a perfectly
Yeah.
it had like a perfectly like themed UI similar to the UI in the game, and it made sounds and had little
Yeah.
animations.
It could be like an animated, like it could be like an animated network, like just Cartoon Network, or sometimes even the show itself would just have a website which would run its own Flash games on it.
Yeah, and you went
And you
to
would go there, and the UI was actually pretty like closer, like trying to like they would use like, I'm assuming Flash or something
yeah,
at that
probably
age,
Flash.
and they'd
Flash
make
was
like
everything back then.
yeah, like a HUD UI that was like relatively themed after the series in some sort of way. For like my brain would think like for instance, like if it was Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, it would just like be a picture of the house, and then you would hover over a section of each house, and that would lead you to each of the things like character summaries, Flash games, etc.
Yeah, no, and I
And that would be
remember
like how they would do things, which
because
was cool.
I remember like back when High School Musical 2 came out, um,
Mm-hmm.
the website for that movie was like designed to look like the yearbook for the school they went to. So navigating the website was just like flipping the pages of the yearbook, and as you like explore the website, you would unlock more pages and like extra photos and stuff. It was really fun actually. But like I have
I
tried.
feel like that's familiar. My cousin was more into that sort of stuff, like with the Disney Channel stuff too.
I have tried to find like an archive of that website, but it is inaccessible like anywhere, which is a
Oof.
shame.
I just remember like the old websites for like Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, and like Cartoon Network being really bomb, and just like having a lot of fun Flash games that are just like they had no right to be that fun. Like
Yeah,
you're just like, damn, these are really good like at killing time.
yeah, and just like Flash games in general, that was like such a nice like.
Yeah, it was. I'm trying to think of like
I remember like I remember one of my favorite games was like a game where like where like you are playing as George W. Bush, and you get fired from being a president, so you have to sell hot dogs outside of the White House, and you're like serving the hot dogs.
it's so dumb. I remember like as a kid, I was so used to the Flash games that would be like 2D that when like I discovered like the websites of like shows like Metabots or whatever, and they
Yeah.
had like a free downloadable game, like a client that
Oh
blew
yeah.
my mind, and I felt like it was wrong. Like I was like, I don't know if I should trust that. But then you'd see like 3D screenshots of the game. I'd be like, wow, and then I'd play them, and they'd be terribly optimized for an old Windows Work XP like
Yeah.
setup, but like you know, it'd be running at like maybe 12 frames a second, but like as a kid, you're just like, I'm playing a Metabyte, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm my
But
age.
man, that like that's how old I am. Back when I was growing up, the president of the game wasn't Obama. It was fucking Bush.
I mean, yeah, me too.
No, but
We're ancient.
yeah, I remember like Avatar had something similar. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender. There was a game called Avatar: Legends of the Arena that was like that. It was like a 3D downloadable game, and it was like a multiplayer. And it
Mm.
was like a multiplayer like one versus one
Oh,
game.
online multiplayer.
Yeah, it was like an online multiplayer one
Oh
versus one
wow.
game. So you would like create a character, and then you will pick an element. You know, you will like
Hmm.
um and every element will have like movesets for like projectiles and like close quarters like attacks and like area denial attacks and stuff like that. So you would like
What do I do? A rock paper scissors format?
no, it was you were like doing you will take those moves and you would like make because there were more moves and there were slots. So you would have to like pick what moves you wanted and like put them on the slots, and then you would like get into the
Hmm.
game, and you will use your because it was like real time combat. So you will use your main attack to charge your meter, and then you will use your meter um to like use the special attacks. It was really fun actually. I don't remember it being really fun. Um, and it didn't run that bad to be honest. It was really enjoyable. Um, and yeah, and it was really fun because you could also like customize your character and buy like extra equipment and stuff. And it was like, damn, this is
Hmm.
really fun. Um, yeah, so yeah, I do remember that game. That's another thing that is like completely like because even if you got it running on like modern Windows, which is probably a pain in the ass by itself, um, the servers are down, so like the game isn't going to do anything. Which is a shame.
Fair.
I would love to try that game at some point. Uh, I also remember. Oh, you remember? I don't know if like this was like a thing or where you were, but around here this was pretty like popular. There was this website called Cylon, um,
Okay.
and what they had was just like they had like deals with all of the like casual game companies, you know, like PopCap and like stuff like that.
Hmm.
So you will go into website and there will be like web playable demos of like all the rejuvenates and all of the like feeding frenzies and all of that stuff and
Hmm.
all of the dinner dashes. So, you know, like all of those like time management and like time casual time management games and like match 3 games, and there were like web playable demos of like all of those games, um, and you could and you could don't like you could also download the demo, and if you downloaded the demo and you knew what you were doing, you could crack it and get the full game. So it was really nice. That's how I played like all the visuals back then. I would download the demo from the website. Is that how you pronounce that name? Bejeweled?
Yeah.
Bejeweled?
Yeah. Bejeweled.
Yeah, I remember like my mom used to call them Bejehueled
Aw, that's so cute.
because that's how it's pronounced in Spanish. If you don't know that
Yeah, I
it's
would
an English word,
imagine.
it's Bejehueled. um, yeah, yeah. I guess and just like you know finding the crunches, like it was fun just finding the crunches uh like YouTube sending the crunches like YouTube uploaded like the songs you wanted to listen and using a YouTube to MP3 converter. Because I didn't know how to download. I didn't know how to like download full albums back then. So I would just like download the individual songs one by one using a YouTube to MP3 converter.
Mm.
Which was probably for the best because back then I only had like 2 gigabytes of storage for music. So I had to be like,
Yeah, I'm trying to. I remember way back. I'm sorry, because like I'm trying. Like as for quote unquote like cracking games, I never got to that point with online stuff. Mostly because I just played Flash, or I played like Flash RPGs like Dragon Quest or Adventure Quest or Mech Quest or
yeah,
Adventure Quest Worlds. All by the same company. When it came to music, I remember like learning about, because I a little after I got like an MP3 player that which was like the game changer for me. Is like, oh, you can connect it to my computer and I can just drag and drop MP3 files. And so like the biggest godsend was like the first time I heard of like a YouTube to MP3 converter.
yeah,
I was like, oh my god. Or just like a YouTube to VOD converter, and it's just like downloading videos. Mostly because I would just download episodes of like anime and just be like, I can
yeah,
keep these now just in case like they get taken down, which they were gonna surely.
no, and like even like outside of that, another thing that kids nowadays don't understand is the fact that back then the internet was so slow that if you wanted to watch a video without interruption, you had to like just like wait, had to just like let it rest for like 10 minutes while it buffered. It's like, okay, I'm going to I'm going
Yeah,
to watch this movie, so I'm going to hit play and I'm going to go do my chores. And when I come
yeah,
back,
I
it
know
will
what
be
you mean. I used to do the exact same thing too. There was like a satisfaction. There was a bizarre like feeling of excitement of like going back and forth and seeing the bar slowly load up
yeah,
and get closer and closer to that finish line as you did more and more chores, and then that was your reward. Was like it would be back there waiting for you.
yeah. And
Yeah.
and there was like an extra frustration, um, for me looking for movies and stuff like that because like I would like it would take an extra long time to find a version of the movie that was on like Latin American Spanish and not like Spanish from Spain because because we always get like different dubs over here and over
Mm-hmm.
there. So looking for movies, I actually I always had to like wait until it buffered a little bit, let it play, check what
Is it
language it
the
was.
thing where it's just like the regional differences are just so pronounced that like it's a little difficult to keep up with if you're listening to it?
No, it just sounds annoying. Like
Hmm.
I really don't like the way I never like the way like Spanish from Spain sounds. It's annoying.
You know what? I joke about it, but there's a truth to it. Is like growing up, I could never care less about the Harry Potter movies because I just didn't like how British people sounded as a kid. I was just like, why do they sound so boring? And then I just wouldn't. I wouldn't watch the fucking movie. Oh
and
well.
and so I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. Latin American voice actors are better.
Mhm.
I don't know why, but they're just better.
Oh well. That's not even a lie. In the anime I've heard, Latin American voice actors get hyped as hell. Like they are happy
Yeah,
to be like in the anime. You are like half convinced that they are a nerd of the show that they're voice acting
yeah.
in, and it's great.
But also they're just like better at just like in general, just like even on like outside of anime, just like live action movies and stuff, they're better like, and they usually try at least
Mm,
try to cast someone that sounds like a little bit similar to like
fair.
uh
Well,
and they're better
yeah.
at they are better at getting like the cadence and stuff like that. And there's also like the pronunciations, like people from Spain have this like habit of like pronouncing stuff as it would be if it was a Spanish word. So like to like going back to to Harry Potter because you mentioned it. Um,
Yeah.
her name in the original is Hermione, right?
Yeah.
On the Latin American dub, they call her Hermione, right?
Yeah.
In the Spanish from Spain dub, they call her Hermione.
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 Hermione. Hermione. Hermione.
And
That sounds like a completely different character.
yeah, and they say instead of Spider-Man, they say Spider-Man. and they didn't even try to like pronounce English words. They just like go, yeah, his name is Spiderman. We're going to go with Spiderman.
Spiderman.
Um, and they have like a really they also have like a really bad habit of like going way too far with the translations. Like you can see just like in the names, right? Like the one example everyone goes to is like the Fast and the Furious, right? Those movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Latin America, then they have the same name. It's in Spanish, but it's like, I mean, it's a little bit different because it will translate to like fast, like without the da, just like Fast and Furious. But fundamentally, is this, like it's the same thing, right? Except for some reason in Spain, the Fast and Furious movies are called Full Throttle. Except
That's a pretty good name.
except in Spanish it sounds super lame.
What's it sound?
It in Spanish it's a todo gas.
That doesn't sound as cool.
Yeah. So yeah, like we get the real name, Rápidos y Furiosos, the Fast and the Furious. Over there they get just like the dumbest fucking thing. And we don't have the problem, like the problem where like between like the UK and the US, where like some stuff gets like dumbed down a little bit for the US. Yeah, we don't have that problem. Like in our Harry Potter, it was the Philosopher's Stone, not the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah, I forget why they changed it from philosopher to sorcerer.
Because they thought
what does
Americans
that
were
even
too dumb.
matter? Oh, it's
Because only the US release is Sorcerer.
yeah. It was weird to be in Canada and you would hear both, because it made you wonder if there was a Pokemon Red or Blue situation, or if there was just a sequel where it was just another stone. He's like, where does he keep finding these stones? Is this like like the Marvel before Marvel? He's got to collect a gauntlet full of the stones, and he's like, why is I'm like, what are the esoteric differences between the Sorcerer's Stone and the Philosopher's Stone? What does each have as an ability?
Or is
Like, no.
is the final plot twist going to be that like Voldemort has really bad like kidney issues?
Ew. Kidney expellus. Oh, it's so painful. Foiled again by Potter.
Can you? That's something I want. Like, can you just like really just like go out of your way to humiliate someone? Is there a spell that just gives someone like a very painful like 3-hour long boner that I have to go to the doctor for?
Oh, come on. You think like that's used as a weapon? I'm pretty sure they probably use it for convenience over in Harry Potter Land.
I mean, yeah,
They
yeah.
have like spells.
I mean,
They have
it
spells
probably
to
is.
like, yeah.
It probably is for convenience, but like there has to be a way to use the spell to just like, because you know that like after 3 hours you have to go to the doctor.
I thought it was after 4 hours.
Either way, there's probably a way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, but at the same time, like, would you even need to go to the doctor, or could you just like dispel it?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, right. Like, what are the rules of magic anymore in the Harry? I'll be real with you. I also just don't find any situation where you need to use like a small wand cool.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems, just in a battle, like in a battle scenario, a guy waving like a conductor and it's just magic coming out of him. It's like, it's so much less cool than a battle mage.
It just feels like kids playing with like sticks. I'm making gun noises.
Yeah. Yeah, because you think of like if it's just like a receptacle for magic, is like, couldn't you just like have like gauntlets or some other item to imbue the magic and have that as the vessel to be cooler?
And also the fact that you have to scream everything.
Just like a stick. Yeah, like the way to telegraph your moves like a video game character.
And they try to make the sticks cool by being like, yeah, it depends. There are different types of woods and different types of like cores, you know. And it's like, no.
I'm sure some fool will be like, but what's the difference between it and anime naming attacks? For Harry Potter, you have to cast the name and then it procs. In an anime attack, they name the attack usually while they're doing the attack.
Yeah.
Still dumb, but it's like, at least you're not telegraphing as much as you are in the other one, where you have even like the slightest remote reaction time.
I just had like a horrible like like thing cross my mind
What?
because Kila mentioned like the Puriyos potions. You know, those are the ones that are used to like transform into someone else.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that. I'm very unfamiliar with Harry Potter's world.
I,
So
I used to be a big fan before, you know.
I remember you told me, yeah.
So I unfortunately know everything there is to know about Harry Potter.
Listen, it's like in a situation where um you like that universe and the creator turns out to be annoying, it's like you shouldn't like feel upset at yourself or anything. It's just like, you know, as a kid, those like universes can mean a lot to you, and you're not even thinking about that in the back of your head,
Yeah.
right? And it's like they like it says something that all the cast are not fond of the author.
Yeah.
And to be fair, there's even like a succinct thing I've remembered when someone mentioned like certain creators of works, and he's like, do you think the character that they even created would like them? Probably not. So like that universe can still hold dear in your heart. Do you have to financially support it? Absolutely not. You don't have to.
And I mean, like, yeah, I think she's just like straight up crazy. Did you see the video she posted the other day? That was just like straight up like AI slop,
No,
with like
I haven't. I've heard secondhand
with like
about it,
unreadable
but, like,
text,
I've never...
and it's like, okay, she's just got like there is definitely mold in her house.
Well, every partial piece of information I get through cultural osmosis, it just makes me go like, how did the conversation of her being crazy get this late?
Yeah. There's definitely like some mold in her house. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you gotta like like you know like the devil in your shoulder, like whispering things to you. Except in her case it's just like black mold. The black mold whispers things.
I still think like I keep mentioning it before, but it's just like you would have thought like out of all the... It's so fascinating when you hear news of Harry Potter games coming out now, and you're just like, way to strike while the iron is far below cold. Like it's at 0 Kelvin. Like I get it, you're probably trying to maximize money as the name that's kind of heavily associated with this is drawing the brand to the ground, but like you had years to have made like a Harry Potter MMORPG that would have probably made you a lot of money. You just didn't do it.
Yeah.
That universe is so ripe and easy to make an MMORPG for, and you just like went like, nah.
I mean, the Lord of the Rings did it, and it's still going. Like the Lord of the Rings MMO is still going, so it hasn't gone broke yet. Still making enough money.
Well, it's also just the fact that it's just perfectly made in that scenario. It's like, okay, you have like a base power system already established, and you have houses.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you already have factions built in, and then a built-in like rivalry system that goes along that. You have built-in lore.
Yeah.
And you just didn't capitalize.
Yeah,
and
they just made
things
like
are going bad. It's like
they just made like the movie. Like, they just made the tie-in games, and that's it. They didn't even try to make any other games. Because like at the same time, you know, like again, like the Lord of the Rings, they did the tie-in games, but they also like at the same time were like putting like they made like a couple of strategy games. They made an MMO. They made like, and some of them are really good.
That's like even Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, as many complaints as I have about like how Warner Brothers as a gaming company sucks. Some of the clips I've seen from it are amazing.
Oh yeah, it's actually a really
I don't think I'd ever played. I don't think it's for some reason I just couldn't get into them. But like there's one video of the second game that's really cool. It's called I think 6 Orcs Betray a Betrayal.
Yeah.
In Shadow of War, and it's just like all of these orc generals are betraying him in immediate succession. And the cool thing about that in a gameplay sense is it makes it seem like it was just a staged coup by these NPCs, even though you never witnessed them speaking like that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, they all turned on you, and it's a really cool moment that you have to survive this entire onslaught of what seems like opportunistic, like people below you trying to kill you, which is like, I was like, oh, that's a really neat system. And then you hear more about Shadow of War and you're like,
yeah, but like that is the reason everyone is always so like sad about the fact that like they patented the Nemesis system, because that is what the Nemesis system is.
Yeah, the Nemesis system's really cool. They also like just ruined. I've been told they've ruined the lore of Shadow of War, and I think people got really pissed about the Spider Lady
Yeah,
because of
they
Shadow of
made
War.
Shell of Hot for some reason.
Yeah, and then what else?
And that's how you know I hate spiders, because like I look at her and I'm like,
It's also
nah.
just like an alternate universe. It's like whatever. I don't care anymore.
That's how you know
I mean, I watched Lord of the Rings with you. I've read The Hobbit,
The Hobbit.
but like The Hobbit. It was a really good book. It's like I just don't see myself too invested in like some of the other side properties, like the Amazon series
I mean, it's bad. Like all of the new stuff
or
is
the
really
Hobbit
bad.
trilogy, and like some of the video games. I don't know. I heard the Hobbit there was a Hobbit game recently, and it's like a chill cozy game or something. I heard that was okay.
The Hobbit. I actually heard it's like really boring. It's like the progression is like so painfully slow.
Mm.
Hey, can you do me a
To be fair,
favor?
I was hearing this from a friend who
Yeah,
really
Gollum.
likes cozy games.
Gollum.
Can you do me a favor? Wait, do you mean me?
Yeah, can you do me a favor? Can you entertain them for like 5 minutes? I need to go do something.
5 minutes. All right.
Yeah, and one thing, look, I
I
just
don't
need
know
to
when
like go
I'm
pick
gonna.
up something up.
Oh, pff, okay. She left us here. We're in this wooden shack. She keeps drugging me and then dragging me places. And I'm always confused where we are. I'm gonna be real with you. She also puts a blindfold on me. And when we woke up, well, when I woke up, I heard a scream. And then I heard like the sound of something being dragged off into the distance. And then she pulled the blindfold off of me. So there's that. I don't know exactly what she's doing, but nothing good. It's just you and me now. Oh, it's the weekend. It's mid-September. How is everyone's autumn going? I'm in the spectator view. Here's the funny thing about it's not spectator view. I'm in the mod view, and the funny thing about the mod view is I can see the community tab and who's like watching right now, and I don't feel like calling out people because I feel like that just puts the spotlight on them and makes them anxious. But like, yeah, how are all of your autumns going so far? Because we're like midway through September, which is like crazy. Also, she didn't mute her mic. So if anyone can understand Spanish, they can understand um they can understand what she's saying in the background. It's not autumn.
Okay, I'm
Sure,
back.
I mean to be fair, even oh okay, it wasn't even 5 minutes. It's not
Yeah,
even
my mom
like
made lasagna.
oh that's very nice. It was like so by technicality it should be autumn, but like the weather even here is still summer-esque.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it'll dip back to cold, but then it'll just go to really hot. So.
Having season sounds nice.
It is. It is. Well, I to be fair, the second half. Oh no, it's spring. Oh right, New Zealand. Second half of autumn is usually when my seasonal depression like spikes like crazy. I know people who glaze autumn, but usually they're talking about the first half of autumn, where all the foliage is like very nice orange red colors. But then the second half, all the leaves fall down. They become like this gray brown mulch. Clouds are like sorry, skies are cloudy, trees are empty. There's so much negative space, and like, oh, it does something to my mentality. As opposed to winter, where it's like, oh, usually people are putting up their Christmas lights, so at least there's like some color vibrancy going off the snow. Also, like, if you've ever had the luck of like living in a snowy place, one of the nicest things you can see is like the orange off of a street light bouncing off of snow.
I would love
It's
to play
very
on snow
beautiful.
sometime. We don't get that around here.
Well, if you ever visit Canada, I'll show you around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can play with my dogs in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. And then
That's
I'll show
pretty
you.
fun.
I have plans for everyone in the Euro server if they've decided to visit me at some point. Like I've made like different. Um.
You gotta take me to the haunted house. You know there's a haunted house around there.
Yeah. No, my plans for I literally have like a mini journal file. I think of plans I have for each person. Hold on. For you. We would go. Okay, I'm not gonna say the addresses, but like we would go down to like Here it is. So we would go down to a downtown, like a portion of downtown that's very goth centric for fashion, and then you and me would go clothes shopping, and I'd buy you an outfit that you would like
Yeah, nice.
on me, and then you could have fun with that, and then yeah, we would look through some spooky stuff, some hobbyist game stores. That's probably like on everyone's
Yeah,
docket for that. And then we just like go restaurant hopping as well.
yeah.
But yeah.
And then we can go to like the Build-A-Bear and make frog noises, the two of us.
I forget if you were in the call when I did that.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I was just so bored. I was like,
Yeah,
because I was-
once Nick was so bored, he went to a Build-A-Bear and just like made frog noises at the employers.
Well, no, what I was doing is I was walking in the mall, and the mall had a Build-A-Bear, and I forget what it was. I was like, should I go to the Build-A-Bear? What should I ask them to build? And then I think Kel was like, a frog, and I'm like, it's called Build-A-Bear, and he's like, ask for a frog, and I just pretended like I didn't know English, and I went, frog, and the lady's just like looking at me like, and she's just like looking around. He's like, we build bears, sir. He's like, no frog. Ribbit. Hop. And then I walked away, and she looked so confused to the point where Patch and Candy and Dura made lore that I would just continuously keep haunting this poor place. Yeah, I did jump when I said hop as I walked away. And it's like they kept on making lore that I visit there every month and like come up in a frog suit and pretend like just like torment one employee like she's the only one that sees me.
No, like
Everyone else doesn't believe her.
no, like it's a rite of initiation. Every time they hire someone, you show up and do like rabbit.
Oh, it's a frog guy.
Yeah. It's like
sometimes you just gotta make it entertainment. As long as you aren't truly bothering someone, it's like, and you give them a story to tell, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Although to be fair, like I know Build-A-Bear is way more popular than I gave it credit for, because mostly because I've been to that mall since, and Build-A-Bear like still stays while other shops close down. Like
Yeah.
the amount of like couples that are really like, oh yeah, let me get my significant other a Build-A-Bear is just like wildly insane to me. I didn't know it was that popular.
You know what?
Also because I don't see how like people get that attached to plushies.
Yep.
But like that's just me.
No, I do love. Sorry. I do love plushies.
It could be because my dog will tear any plush I would possibly own asunder, so I've become detached. It could be that.
Yeah.
He just thinks they're chew toys. That could very well be why I'm not as attached to them.
Yeah. Like he's just going to become like a bunch of like foam on the ground eventually.
Yeah. He doesn't know what he's doing. He just think because he grew up on chew toys, he'll just think it's for him, and then he'll just rip it asunder. So I couldn't possibly.
Yeah. No, my dogs weren't like that. My dogs were just like shoes. They still shoes. They didn't like plushies.
My dog luckily hasn't done that. My other dog doesn't. Neither has bad chewing habits. It's just like if they see a toy, because they don't know what classifies as theirs and not theirs.
Yeah.
They're pretty well behaved all around. The younger one wasn't trained by me because like he was someone else's. So he's the one that misbehaves a little more, and we have to take him to an actual training place to correct like some of the bad stuff that just happens. Like for instance, he's way too anxious and he doesn't go to the bathroom outside until like it's 2 hours. So sometimes like I'm out there walking him for an hour, which is usually your regular time, and then he refuses to go to the bathroom, and then he pees in the middle of like the kitchen. I'm like, God damn it, bro.
Yeah.
You had all the time in the world when we were outside.
No, like that's something I really like about mine is that like I take her out and she immediately does the thing. Like immediately, like as soon as we go outside, she's just like
my older dog is like that too.
As soon as I go outside, she pee-pees, she poo-poos, and then she looks at me. She's like, "Okay, let's go run around. We're done here.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go run around."
My older dog is like that too. He doesn't want to be like hindered. There are times where like it's clear that he can't get it out of his system because there's a lot or something like that. So he has to walk to help him kind of like help the situation, and then he lets it all out. And then there's something nice. it's such a weird dog owner thing when you're walking your dog and you feel a sense of comfort when they don't tug their leash the way they need to when they have to go to the bathroom. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like after they went, they walk much more like relaxed.
yeah.
And so on your arm, it's like they're not tugging the leash and you feel relaxed and it's just a nice chill walk.
No, mine is always like very like she almost never like talks at the leash. She's always like by my side.
Oh, mine does. Yeah, mine does because he's just like, he's very oriented on the journey. He wants to find the perfect place. It seems like Killa has typed a lot of.
I think my keyboard is breaking.
Oh no. And it's the devil's number. Oh no.
Yeah, your keyboard is possessed by the devil. You need to exorcise it. Like pour some holy water. It will help. Surely. Surely use like
Surely pouring water on your keyboard would be
holy
a great
water.
decision. Holy water, right. Holy water is technologically
Finally it's out of me. I mean it's better in the keyboard. At least you can like put it on a drawer or something.
True.
Like you put it in a shoebox.
And then put in holy rice. You want to talk about your week? Anything you did?
Not very eventful. Just dealing with some, like life has been messy. Some plans I had to like fall through. So I'm just like been like dealing with stuff. I did manage to stream once.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, and I hope to like stream at least twice next week because like you know how like the joke is that I never beat games, that I never like beat any games on stream. Well, you know, like I have to play Hades before Hades 2 comes out, right? I have to.
Well, you already beat Hades though.
Yeah, but not on stream.
Oh, honey, you see what you're doing? You're doing this to yourself.
Because like I know, as soon as Hades 2 comes out, I'm going to like be playing that game for like 2 months straight.
Yeah, like that you could stream.
Yeah.
I don't think you necessarily need to obligate yourself to replaying Hades 1 even. Like you could just finish some of the other stuff that you have in your stream catalog.
Now we're starting a new series. But I'm going to play. I'm going to play Three Houses. Give me a moment. My mom is on the door.
Oh. Okay, guys, the show is on hiatus. Time to start the new series.
I'm going to finish a game eventually. I'm probably going to. I mean, like, I'm probably going to beat Hades 2. I'm probably going to beat Hades 2.
I'm just gonna be real. Like, you don't necessarily have to. For outside of Hades 1, let's say you're really dedicated on beating Hades 1 so you can get into the groove of getting into Hades 2. My brain is just like when I finish games, like it takes a lot for me to replay it unless like I'm trying something new. And it's gonna be like, especially on stream, it's like some games, it's just like the longer the game, the more nightmarish it is in my head.
Yeah.
It's why like I can't do streams. I have to do recordings, and like even then they have to be things I'm chill on, not doing daily, and I can do in like a weekly format because usually I like co-hosts and stuff, or like I'll just record and blitz through them. But it's just like, yeah, dog. There are some things where I just look at them like you have to be a certain type of content creator if you can stream JRPGs without any problems.
Yeah, and like that is why I always like joke about like three houses, because the game is around 100 hours long, right?
Yeah.
Except it also has the theme.
Wait, how long are your streams usually when you do stream?
Like 5?
5 hours? Okay, so that's 20 streams.
Yeah.
All right.
No, but like the problem with Three Houses is that it actually has like it is actually 4 games. So it's around 450 hours total. If you want to like see the whole story, because if you want to see the whole story, you have to play the game 4 times.
Just play the new one when it comes out.
I don't have a Switch too.
Doesn't matter. You don't have to be playing a 450-hour game you've already, and I know you have, beaten multiple times.
I think my total amount of hours on that game is like 2,000 and like 2,100 or something like that.
Oh my god, Candy.
I'm normal. But like you know, like at this point, I don't even like because I already like saw the story. I already got like the hang of the of the tactics, so I know what units work. Um,
Candy.
so at this point, I'm just like playing the game as like a little like matchmaking game, you know, like increasing like the because like Fire Emblem is like Persona in that you have like a stat for like increasing like social links with your party. Except
Mm-hmm.
except one of the differences and something I really like is that you can also have like every party member also has like the stat with like every other party member.
That's cool.
Uh, so you can
Family unit.
so you can pair them up and stuff like that, and depending on who has the highest pairing with someone else, they get like different endings, like little slideshows at the end
Mm.
explaining what they were doing. And it's a very gay
Mm-hmm.
game. It's a very gay game. There's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of like subtext on the endings if you pair like two ladies together.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
you get to an ending and it's like, yeah, these two have been like traveling the world together for like 20 years. They haven't gotten married or anything like that. They just like live together and travel together, and it's like,
I'm just saying, just like you could just play the new game, dog. I don't know if you want to be committing to a stream schedule for Three Houses if the new game is off in the distance, because that's putting a deadline on that sort of thing.
mm,
Yeah.
sorry, I was eating
Like
lasagna.
I've no problem. Like I've made my bed with like Hades 2, and it's just like, okay, it's gonna release any like far before I could ever finish Hades in my own
Have you
personal
never beaten
life right
Hades?
now. I've only done a couple runs where I've beaten Big Dad, but I haven't done like the usual thing of like do all the side missions and finish it all.
Yeah.
You know, like the true ending that I've been told about. And I really want to do that, but like to be fair, whenever earlier on in my backlog thing is just like, okay, well, I just wanted to get more off the list, so it felt like there was like a progression marker that I could look at, and like I wouldn't have to feel too annoyed that there were just a bunch of other things that I wasn't paying attention to that I could finish by the time I was done this one thing. Now, because of that, I do have games left over, but they're just very long, and Hades is one of them. I'm not gonna be playing Hades next, sadly,
Yeah.
um,
Some
because ain't no way. I'd have to eat way too much time.
yeah. I mean, how many hours do I have in Hades? Let me see.
Oh right, I also have to like transfer. I have to transfer my save data from my Switch to my PC. But I
I
think it must be on cloud already. I hope.
I have 162 hours on Hades too.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
Hades, I mean.
that's you. Yeah.
Something I really like about like the story of Hades is that like at the beginning there's this like very real like animosity between you and Dad, between Zagreus and Hades.
Hmm.
But after a few runs, after a few like runs where you beat him and like go back to Mom, you can actually like mend the relationship between them.
Oh yeah,
And she like moves back in. Uh, but he's still fighting
yeah.
you.
Grumpy dad.
He's still fighting you
Yeah, yeah,
when you
no,
get to the
grumpy dad.
top. But like the funny thing is that like when you get to that point and you get to the top and he's fighting you, he's like, yeah, I don't hate you anymore, but fighting, we're doing this for the love of the game. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
beat each other up.
No, it's a father-son bonding experience.
Let's beat each other up, boy.
It is pretty interesting. It's gonna be interesting seeing how Mel and Hades 2 kind of fits in the family unit. Um, I hope Zag is still there somehow in some capacity.
Yeah, I haven't played any of Hades 2. I was waiting. Um, so I don't know a lot of like what's going on, but from what I understand, Mel was born after the events of Hades 1.
Yeah, no, because there's too much of a.
And
It,
then
it wouldn't make sense if she was before that.
something really bad happened with Kronos, and now
Yeah,
um
Zag is missing or something.
yeah, Sag and Mom are missing, and Dad is
Mm.
like chained up somewhere.
Chained. I do remember seeing that. Yeah.
So I do wonder like where the story is going. Like, is it a rescue mission
Yeah.
or something like? I mean, I imagine so.
Here's hoping. Um.
And also, I am
Yeah.
going to get banned when I play Hades 2.
Oh, because you're gonna sim for Nemesis.
and Hecate, both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Nemesis. And I'm like, oh, you just made Nyx's daughter Nyx but buff, and I'm like, oh, I'm doomed.
Yeah,
I'm cooked. She's too.
and I understand like she's
It's
like
too
from what I
fun.
understand, they actually like made her romanceable at some point
That's
during
pretty
one of
cool.
the updates. So you know
That's
I'm
good.
fucking. You know I'm fucking her. Let's go.
Yeah, why wouldn't? Why wouldn't? Who would stop?
Let's
Um,
go. I can replace my hip. Let's go. That's shit nowadays.
I I'll say like autumn 2025, if I remember the announcements correctly, is pretty stacked in terms of like video games. Actually, I was surprised because we have the new Digimon Story Cyber Suits out now. We got both of the Ninja Gaiden and Shinobi games, which I've heard are pretty good. We got Silk Song and we got Hades 2, and that's just September.
You know. Now I feel like all of the indie games that got delayed to the end of September to avoid Silksong are just like now releasing at the same time as Hades 2. And it's like, oh, okay.
Is that really gonna help them though? It's just like if you're paranoid of that window, it's like, oh, let me dodge one Colossus to another Colossus. Oh,
Yeah, but like
also like
the thing
Vampire the
is like they didn't know
Masquerade.
that Hades 2 was coming out also like at the end of September when they
Oh
delayed.
yeah, true, because they didn't say it until lately. Um, Vampire the Masquerade got like a trailer update or some sort of like not trailer. They got like a short demo YouTube thing, where they show like a certain amount of gameplay for the game. And apparently, from what I've been reading in the comments, it's really good, but it's just not Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah, it's just
So
like
it's like,
it's just
why
like
would
an
you
action
name
game.
yourself? Yeah, why would you? No, I'm not entirely sure because like it's single player narrative first person because it's made by
The Chinese Room, which is like walking simulator
yeah,
people.
yeah. So it's just like we'll see. Uh, I don't know if I don't know if I'm invested enough to go into it. Like I like Vampire the Masquerade, but it's just like I don't know if I care enough to do something that's like a spin-off that's not truly like a successor in its gameplay feel. So
Yeah, like that was the charm. It was like it was how dynamic it was, how like how much like difference it made, just like depending on what clan you were on, like how you were building your
yeah,
character.
like if you were gonna switch genres, you could have just done CRPG. Like that would have worked. I
Yeah,
feel right, like something akin to like Baldur's Gate or whatever, and then but first person linear like walking in action, it's like that's not the fun that you would associate with like a Vampire the Masquerade experience.
yeah, that's
Anything else you did in your week?
um. I cried a lot because of a fucking horse.
Oh yeah, Urara
Yeah,
passing away. Well, like, well, was she old? What, like, why did
yeah,
she
she was
pass away?
29.
Oh, then that's not the worst way to go, right? Like, at least
Yeah,
she lived a long life. Yeah.
yeah,
And to be fair, like, she lost all the time, but like people loved her enough that she got like spoiled on like really nice grass or whatever, if I remember correctly, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like
Good Aurora.
but I don't know. I feel like that hit like uh, it just happened that like uh, it like awoke a particular memory of me, so it hit me like in a personal way. Um,
Mm.
because like the way she's portrayed in the game, she is very like childlike, like compared to like the other Umas. Um,
Mm.
she's very childlike. You know, she's very small, very like innocent, very like filled with wonderment and stuff like that. Um, and like the particular way she is like um the particular way she is like portraying the game, she has like the particular way that her personality came out. It ended up reminding me of because you know I am technically legally allowed to be a teacher, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And in order to do that, I had to like spend some time working with children, right? Like teaching classes and stuff like that. Um, and I remember back when I was doing that, there was this kid. I think he was like 6, 7 years old. Um, yeah, he was probably 6. That had a personality that is very, very similar to the way she's portrayed in the game, like extremely
Mhm.
similar. Um, and yeah, that kid like during that year when I was working with him, he got cancer and died.
Oh, so I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so like so like the whole like the Haru Urara thing reminds me of that a little bit because he had a very similar personality. So he's
Mm.
like, okay, that's a bummer. That's a bummer.
Well, it's that character from what I've told is like also endearing because it's like it's the ability to persevere even though you're faced with losing continuously
Yeah,
and things are an uphill battle and stuff like that. And that's a very inspiring and loving like thing like that people just like really love that character because of that. And that shows like the impact of that type of character is the ability to not only take your lumps but still like smile and move forward. That's a very inspiring type of character. To the
yeah,
point where me even casually just as someone who's not familiar with Umo is just like, "Oh, that's sweet
yeah.
and cute." And give her a W. She deserves a W.
Speaking of, like the other day, I was playing the game. No, no. And I think about like in the as far as like anthropomorphized anime girl games go. Hey
Hi,
Silent.
Silent.
As far as like the anthropomorphized anime girl games go, Uma Musume is very like family friendly. You know,
I'd imagine. I'd imagine.
Uma Musume is like very like it is very definitely not a loot game. Like because like the one that is like about the sheeps and stuff like that, which are like
Yeah,
borderline
no. From
pornography.
I don't feel like I feel like out of it. Weirdly enough, even the fan base has not, at least on like when you guys share it, they haven't eroticized them that much
Yeah,
on average,
I mean
as
there's a
opposed to
couple
other
that I
games.
really like, but like
I, I'm sure, but like it's like on average, I haven't seen that from Uma Musume fans. Usually, it's just like, oh, my wholesome horse girl. That's yeah,
my horse daughter.
yeah, pretty much stuff like that.
Um, so like yeah, like Uma Musume is on it's and it goes more for like the comedic angle of it, like
Mm-hmm.
so like for
Yeah,
example
you've shown me some
like
screenshots.
the horse phones, like the fact that they have like long
Oh
phones,
yeah, yeah.
and there's also like on the streets on the streets on the roads there's also like fucking line horse lines where the girls are just running along the cars. They have like horse girl lanes, stuff like that. So like cool, and just like the personality of the characters, they are definitely going in for like the comedy angle, the inherently funny part of like turning these horses into like anime girls. Um, so like as far as like games that turn real stuff into anime girls go, Uma Musume is probably the only one that you can play next to your family. um, so like you can just play. You don't need to like lock your door or anything when you're playing Uma Musume. You can just play a game, right? It's fine. Yeah, I love Gold Sheep. Wait, there's something on my ear. Oh no. Oh, I hate this. Sometimes when I'm wearing headphones, I get like little like I don't know, a little like how do you call them? I forget the name. I'm trying to remember the name, but like it's like little like pimples inside of my ears, and they're very annoying. I think it's because of the amount of time I spend wearing headphones. I get like these little like weird pimples inside of my ear, and I have to like pop them and like move them away, move them to the side, because otherwise they will like hurt a lot. It's annoying. Oh, my Nick is away. Nick is muted. I wear in ear. I wear my headphones in ear. Um, because I prefer the way they sound. I don't like the way over ear sounds. I feel like you're missing some of the like it's a little bit more hollow. I feel like you get more like bass and stuff like that for like with in ear headphones or like earphones. I don't know earphones. I don't know how you call them. Because we use the same word around here. We use the same word for all of them. Um, I actually have like 5 pairs of headphones. Um, for like different things. But they are all in ear. they're all in here because like I don't like I'm very particular about the way my sound sounds, you know? I'm very particular about the way my headphones sound. Um so I don't like the way over ear headphones sound. And like whenever I buy like a new pair of headphones, I always spend like a couple of hours just like fuffing about with a new with like a new equalizer and just like moving it like little by little to get like because there is a very exact a very exact sound, a very like exact balance of like bass and treble that I like. Uh, and I find that like over ears just don't get the same. They're harder to get that balance down. Uh, and also like because of like the way my body is, I sweat a lot. I am very sweaty, and the over ears just make that worse. My ears starts to turn into a fucking swamp. So it's just like it's just better for me to not wear over ears. To just go with the like in ear. Jesus Christ, he's so fucking hot in here. Mickey's muted. I wonder if they called him away or something. Because that is a huge problem for me. It actually um like changes what kind of clothes I wear and stuff like that. Just like the issue of them of like temperature and how much I sweat, it like changes what kind of clothes I can wear. And like yeah, I just like yeah, I probably scared him off again. But like at this point he knows I bite. There is no point in running away. I'm going to bite. He is aware. He's aware I bite. I really like that's not a joke. I really like biting the ears of people. Uh I really like biting the ears of people. It's genuinely something I do to show affection. I just go like "Mah, mah, 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 mah," in people's ears. Some people get annoyed by that, but I like doing it. It's fun. Mah, 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 mah. Yeah, platonically. I do that platonically. I do that to a lot of people actually. Just going "Mah, mah, 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 mah," on the ears. How I show affection. And I think it's my mom's fault because my mom used to bite my ears a lot when I was like a little baby. So I think I just like got that from her. I think it's her fault. Yeah, because like I don't use teeth. I don't use teeth. I just go, "Wah, wah, 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 wah," you know. I mean, I use teeth sometimes, but like softly, you know. But like, yeah, I know it's a peculiar thing. I know it's a peculiar thing I do, but I like doing it. It's cute. I think it's cute. I don't know. I think it's endearing. Just a funny little thing to do. Just go like. And like I also I have to do it with like the noises. I cannot just like do it. I cannot do it just like just like nibbling on the ear. I cannot do that. I have to do the noise. I have to like go in there and go like with the noise included. If I don't do the noise, I feel like I'm doing it wrong.
Sorry about that delay. What was it? I had a situation where I just went to get some water, and then my mom does this very annoying thing. She goes like, "Oh, come here, talk to your aunt." And I'm like, "Why are you doing this?" I have to hold a conversation for like 3 minutes, and it's just like I love my family. I do, I truly do. But it's just like it's mostly them just talking and talking, and me going like, "Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely, thank you."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know that you have to do the solid. You have to do like the like solid snake conversation. Where like they say something, and you just like repeat what they say with a question mark.
Yeah, it was just like she was talking to my mom, and given the circumstances that Candy is aware of, she was giving me some condolences. So yeah, it was interesting. I had to just go like, "Yep, yeah," and I can't be rude and just be like, "Hey, I gotta hang up and go now."
Yeah.
I was just like standing there. It's like, yep, yep. As I'm just giving my mom a death glare. She has the worst habit of that.
Yeah. No, I feel like I mean, was it a phone? Was it a phone call?
What do you mean? Yeah, yeah. My mom doesn't do like tablet like FaceTime or
No, I
anything.
was
It was just
wondering
a
if
phone
like
call, and
I,
she
I
just
was wondering if like maybe you had visitors. That's what I mean.
no. It was just like you were talking, and I was like, oh man, I'm really thirsty. Let me just rush and get some water. And so my mom saw me pass by to get water, and I could tell from the specific sentence and tone she was saying. And she's like, oh, hold on a second. And I'm like, oh no. And she's like, Nick. And I'm like, "Mm." And I'm like, yes. And it's like, yeah, you're on. Yeah, speak to your aunt. She just hands me the phone, and you're like, I'm like, mom, what are you? And I'm like, hi. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, no, I feel like my mom just
Yep,
like a couple of years ago
yep.
I feel like a couple of years ago my mom just understood like I don't do phones. Like just don't mean like I don't do phones.
It's really tough when you have a big family too, and
I
it's
mean
just
I
like
know I'm
you.
Hispanic.
Yeah. But it's just like it gets annoying because then you like if you go like, oh, I can't talk right now, then you have like one annoying family member who's like, oh, he was too busy for me, but then he talked to this other person. And you're like, oh my friggin' god. uh,
Yeah,
because like I appreciate
especially
it,
the
and
the older ones.
yeah, and to be fair, I don't want to sound ungrateful. They were checking up on me, which was very sweet. Um, offering up some help in some ways.
Yeah,
But it is the conversation is usually the ratio of sentences of them to me are about 8 to 1.
yeah,
And
yeah.
my sentences are usually like, "Oh, okay, yeah, no, it's
Mm-hmm.
fine. Thank you so
Yeah,
much."
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank
Oh,
you.
oh yeah, 100%. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
take care. Take care. Love you. Bye. Okay. God bless.
Yeah, yeah. That's another thing. Like, especially like the older family members, they say goodbye like 20 times.
Yeah.
Like when I
Yeah.
talking to my grandma,
Um.
when I talking to my grandma, she says goodbye like 20 times in a row, and I'm like, yeah, yeah,
So
love you, bye bye, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, see you
So
later, yeah,
again,
bye
apologies
bye.
for that. Where were we before before I was
Yeah,
taken?
uh, I was talking about the fact that um, uh, Uma
Because the
Musume is
last thing I
pretty
remember
wholesome.
was yeah.
Like
That
like
that
like
that was
as
okay.
far as the games that are like about like like anthropomorphized anime girls, you can play that next to your family. It's fine. Like you can play Uma Musume
Yeah,
next to your family.
yeah, I'd imagine.
Um,
It's just friendly. It's just like a racing game. I don't see
yeah.
any.
So I was just like, so I was just playing on because it's a funny game. It's a wholesome game. So I was just playing on Musume with my door open, right? Um, and my mom walks in, and she looks at the tail, and she's like, "Is that a bot log?" And I'm like, "Mom, what the fuck?" Why is that your first mom? What do you mean? Why do you know
So it's
what that?
genetic.
Why do you mean?
It's always
Why,
been
why do you know
genetic.
what that is? What do you know how that works?
It's hereditary that all of you are like this innately.
No, but then I actually showed her the game and she likes it. Do you think it's cute? Um, she really
Yeah,
likes the like
I
the,
remember
the
you
like
messaging
outfits.
us.
She really likes the
Mhm.
outfits. And she thinks they're really cute.
Is Silent still here?
I don't know. Silent! Are you still around?
But yeah. I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad that you and your mom have another thing new
Yeah.
to bond over.
But at
I
some
don't
point,
think I don't think there's any sort of game I could bond over with my parents. So yeah.
yeah, he's here.
Okay, I just wanted to know, just so like I can nerd out about my week later.
Okay. Uh, but yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and she told me she really likes the pink horse that looks really stupid. Uh,
Which is Urara.
yeah. So I
Right.
don't I don't know how to tell her that horse died this week.
She just gets on her knees and screams to the sky, I can't have nice things.
Yeah, I don't know how to tell her that. So I'm just going to let her have fun with the pink horse that looks really stupid.
Yeah, and then 20 years in the future you can just like put your hand over her shoulder and just be like, she's been dead for 20 years.
Yeah, yeah. She know. I did tell her that like the horses are based on like real race horses. I did tell her that. Um,
Um
did I get my mom hooked on gachas? I think I did. I'm an evil person. And that's the problem. My mom doesn't play a lot of games, but when she plays a game, she really plays the game. It's like she's like the opposite of me. She's like, but she doesn't even know what meta is. But she just like is like inherently like the way her brain works. Like I remember like,
she min
ow,
Killer Dude 00 attacks.
my head. Like I remember last time I got her into a game. Um, it was Stardew Valley. She was playing Stardew Valley. Um, and it was like, oh yeah, the fun, cute farming game, stuff like that. And then when I came back, like a couple of hours later, she had a notebook with like a spreadsheet of like the prices of everything and like the recipes, and she had like the wiki open, and I'm like, Mom, just play the fucking game.
The Silent Gamer 86
Ow!
attacks.
Like hitting me in the head is not going to fix anything. It's only going to make it worse.
Who's hitting you in the head?
They are doing that. They are hitting me in the head
Oh,
with the bonk.
you mean your mom is actually good at games and then finishes them? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
No, like
All right.
but like it's funny because like there's some stuff she's like really good at, but there's also like some really basic stuff that she cannot do.
I do remember you telling me she's like technologically impaired
Yeah.
for the most part.
And,
Yeah.
and like Stardew Valley, she plays it exclusively with the mouse. She doesn't use the keyboard for anything. Like she doesn't use like any hotkeys. She doesn't use was to move.
Oh, that is a bit odd. Yeah.
Because like that is one of the things she struggles with the most. Is like controlling, is like splitting the controls with like both hands. So like I remember I tried to like make her play Portal once just to see how it will go. I tried to like make her play Portal once, and she would like move, stop, rotate the camera, and start moving again. Because she couldn't do both at the same time. She was either looking with the mouse or moving with the keyboard. She couldn't do both at the same time.
That is a tad odd.
So then I go with like, okay, let's try. Maybe it will be like more intuitive if I give her a controller. So I connected a controller and I explained to her how it works, and it was the same problem. Like she can only move one stick at a time. And it's like so like the games she gets into are games that she can control with only one hand. So like mouse driven games or like.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I'm I'm sorry. I was being immature on that one. Yeah, go.
I mean, she's been single for like 15 years. If she needs to, like, she can do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to criticize.
Yeah, no. Wow, Mom, you're really good with youth. You're right. Yeah, honey, it's. She starts sweating and looking across the room. Yeah,
I mean, she knew
it's wild, isn't it?
she knew what a butt plug tail is somehow. I don't know what she's getting. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she's again. It's probably genetic with you, you and your entire clan.
I mean, yeah, like I'm not joking with you. Last time my sister's boyfriend came over. Um, like in the middle of the night, we heard a very loud noise, and we go look, and they broke the fucking bed.
Ew. Ew.
He's like,
Every
okay.
story you have with every story you've had that you've shared with me about your sister and her boyfriend, it always just gets a guttural reaction of ew.
I think it's just the idea of
Cease.
I think it's just the idea of knowing that a family member is doing that. Like I feel like you just don't want to
Yeah,
know. I feel like most people, but like
Yeah, you're just like.
but like I
You can like it's like you can totally do it. You're your own person. Please be discreet so I don't have to visualize this.
no, but like I like to know because it's really funny. I like to know because it's really funny to make fun of her for that. Because she's very watchful.
True.
She's very watchful about that. So like the more I know, the more I'm like, ha, 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 the more I can make fun of her.
Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha, you idiot.
But yeah, what else did I do this week? I think that was it. I think it was just like horse girls and dead horses and crying.
Fair.
And like another thing, like I don't know, that makes the whole like how to that thing a little bit harder for me, hit a little bit harder for me, is because I feel like the older my dog gets, the harder it is for me to like see animals die.
We can't have this. Yeah, we can't have this conversation. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
It is the anxiety you have as like a pet owner,
Yeah.
like past year 2 or 3, or just when a friend or someone you know tells you that their animal is passed, and you're just like, God, I don't want to have to think about putting a timer,
Yeah.
an estimating timer on the relationship I have with this.
You disappeared again. What the fuck?
This stupid little reactive is like really annoying. I've had to continue to Discord, keep scrolling. Yeah, authorize. I've authorized you before.
He's invisible, guys. He's a ghost. Ooh.
I'm going ghost, Danny Phantom. Internal server error.
Oh, so they're having an issue with them. Well, you know. I do have the PNG, so I can just like come over here and put you.
Yeah, you can just put the PNG there.
Oh, he's big.
I've gone kaiju.
Say hi to Nick, except he doesn't move this time.
You put half of me on the table.
Yeah.
You didn't layer me under.
There we go.
I've been cut in half and put on the table. There we go. Yeah, so that was all of your week?
Yeah. No, but like you say, like when talking about the hi Nick.
Hi me. Hi me.
And when talking about the pet thing, you say like you start to have that anxiety after year 2 or 3. She's 14. Like my dog is 14.
Yeah, I know. Your dog is a big girl. Like, I don't know. It's something that it's always tough to like figure when you own a pet, is just like how not to think about that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And just the limiting time that there is to it. It's never not gonna be tough. I know people who have told me like after their pet passes away, they don't think they'll ever have another dog or cat, and it's like I can understand the feel. I think part of me would go like, there are a lot of animals out there without partners.
Yeah.
That could really do good, and you know, I still have time left on this earth, and a new bond wouldn't diminish the old, and maybe they need someone.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you know, understanding that having your heart mend like that isn't replacing the time you had with the prior pet or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
it does get me nostalgic and makes me think like how I wish I didn't neuter my dogs. Like, because sometimes I go like, oh, I could have raised their kids.
Yeah. No, I never regret that because that would be a mess. Like just having a bunch of puppies running around in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't have the money for that. I don't have the
Okay, I
money
think
to.
I fixed it. Check if I fixed it.
Oh,
Am I behind
oh yeah,
myself?
there you are.
Okay. Fugi, get your shit together.
Why did you disappear? I like that you like have a little fade. It's like whoop, whoop.
Wee. Because I'm a ghost now.
You actually can I change that? Let me see.
Spooky wookie.
Whoop. Whoop.
Wee. Ah.
I get entertained with the easiest bullshit, man.
Wee.
Oh, spooky. Oh yeah, do you like our new house, by the way?
This isn't new. This is a shed you took me out in the graveyard. That's our yard.
No, this is our new house. We're hiding. After a little escape from jail last week, we were hiding here until they forget about us.
I don't even know the geography of our home anymore.
I don't either.
Okay.
I
Well,
forgot I changed that.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
no.
yeah, you woke up with a boner. Yeah.
I still have that song stuck in my head.
God fucking damn it.
And I woke up with a boner. I woke up with a boner, penis. I woke up with a boner. Yeah, I think it was because like the thing is like I forget I change it, so it looks so for me in my mind it's like the bot is just like channeling my personality and saying something completely inappropriate. So like last time I was streaming, Kila did the command, and the bot just said like I want Goldship to kick me,
God fucking damn it.
and I was like I don't remember typing that in. The bot came up with that. But the funny thing is like the longer I play the game and the more time I spend with Goldship, the less horny I am for her.
Okay, fair.
Because the more I know about her personality, the more I'm like, oh, you're just like a little gremlin. Like you would be really funny to be around, but like not in that way. You're just like a little gremlin. You're just like a little chaos creature.
I couldn't possibly relate to that feeling.
Like she has random events. So like, for example, like the other Umas, they have events. Whenever they have like personality events, they have events related to like, you know, their lives, their like, their insecurities, their like, their personalities. Whenever Goldship has an event, she's like, "Hey, do you want to time travel?" Or she starts speaking to you directly, like over the fourth wall. She looks at like the player.
That's terrifying.
She looks at the player and like, but like the way is like the way she breaks the fourth wall is like it feels like she is aware she's on a game, but she's having a lot of fun, so she doesn't want to like.
Deadpool effect. Okay.
So like there is an event where there is someone trying to kidnap some Umas. And she looks at them, and she looks directly at the camera and goes, "Look, it's stranger number 1 and stranger number 2." Because that is the name they have in the dialogue box.
Oh yeah, you showed me the screenshot.
And she has like she has some really like bad jokes. She like you know like the bad jokes I drop sometimes. She does that too. And sometimes she just like she looks at you and is like, "Hey, I don't want to train today." And I don't want to train today. And then you have like all of your training options get locked, so you have to do something else that turn.
That's wild.
Because apparently she has the power of like just like locking the interface. I don't know. She's like a god of chaos or something like that. She's like
that's terrifying. That is legit a little terrifying.
She's like a trickster god, but she's just having fun. She's just like a silly little guy. Which in a way is like the best possible outcome for a trickster god.
Yeah.
Like just
a pool. Yeah.
Like just a trickster guy that is just like a little gremlin, having fun. But yeah, that was my week. Before your week though, I have a bad joke.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fucking. All right, get it out of your system.
This one is very dark.
Oh, no.
Why does no one make jokes about Jonestown?
Why?
Because the punchline is too long.
That one's actually pretty clever. Yeah. I was expecting some sort of Kool-Aid-esque joke, but okay. Yeah, all right. Fucking damn it. Yeah, so my week. Working backwards from it, I got myself a haircut finally. I've been letting my appearance go because of depression, so it was nice to get a refresh.
Yeah.
Nice clean shave. There's something nice about going to the barber, as a guy, in this feeling of just like you get your haircut, but you also get a nice clean shave. Like someone else handles it, and it's like razor thin, and you're just like, oh, my face feels smooth. I got the aftershave. I feel great. Walked around, got some errands done. When I am in low points of my life, I tend to binge watch trash TV. So what I did while I was like the most depressed was I binged Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
And I think I only laughed maybe a handful of times. Like there's some decent skits, but like for one very good one, there are a lot that are like like you're just like, okay.
Like I wonder, like, is that like a function of like it's just not being as funny as you remember it, or just like the time moving on, the humor just like not aging?
Well, a lot of it is pop culture, but a lot of there are a lot of skits with their original characters, and you know, there's just a lot of recursion on like fart jokes and ball punching jokes and stuff like that. And then there are some skits that are genuinely like clever and funny and well constructed, or like they're just like absurdist that work well. My favorite is still the Megatron one in Beast Wars, and like he's looking at a panda, and he's sure that it's an Autobot, and he's about to throw this panda into lava. He's like, "Oh my god, this war has changed me. Clearly, that thing, like I don't know who I am anymore." He's like, "War changes everyone, Megatron." It's like, "You're right, but I know that panda is a fucking Autobot." And then he throws it in the magma, and it dies. And another panda in the background like transforms, and then he runs away. He's like, "God, that was the scariest undercover job I've ever had." Run. Meanwhile, this poor real panda is like dying. They also got like the voice actor for Megatron during like the early 2000 series, which was a really cool like cameo thing. And it's just like, okay, there's some that are really funny like that, but then there are also a lot with their like original characters where it's just like usually like, I don't know, some sort of like gross humor punchline that just doesn't really resonate as well. But like there are some that still like hold up. I'd say Robot Chicken is interesting. It's still continuing, but it isn't doing regular seasons. It does like rotational big specials.
Yeah.
So I think it's like, so like they'll have like a half-hour special, and then months later they might have another half-hour special. Aside from that, I finished Marvel's Midnight Suns, which ate up a lot more time than I thought. Our friend Prude was like, "Oh, it's only 40 hours." Bro lied, because I checked his Steam profile after I finished it, and I went completionist because I tend to, or as completionist as I could. I didn't 100% like achievements on this one, mostly because I'm not as interested in Steam achievements. I took, I think, 96 hours.
Yeah.
Our friend Prude took 69 hours.
Nice.
I'm like, you lowballed by 29 hours.
I mean, maybe he played it again. Like, I don't know. Like for him, that is some like for him just like playing the game a little bit more to get to 69 is something in his.
It is a Firaxis game. It's in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like I can just imagine him just like doing a little like quick playthrough of the game, skipping all the cutscenes and shit, just to get it to 69.
Yeah. So So there are a lot of things I like about Midnight Sun. So if you really want a unique experience and you liked XCOM, and sure, maybe you're a little on the Marvel fatigue, but I promise you this isn't like the cinematic kind of humor per se. There are some cheesy lines, but there are some genuinely more fun ways of humor. Everyone's a little awkward. They're all kind of like different kinds of awkward. Um, it's a deck builder game, it's a base builder game, it's a tactics game, and there's social links. And just like as I continued, the only problem I have isn't on a gameplay level. It's a bit of the story level where they need forced drama. And the other problem is you have multiple dialogue choices because this is an S-Link game. The problem with it is S-Linking dialogue also like caters to your morality. So like Paragon and Renegade, right? But it also caters to the social links. So you can have situations where you're trying to be consistent in who you are as a character. And you can have characters that for the most part you were getting along with, and every conversation you had seemed consistent until you like say something that would still be in your character, but then the character doesn't like that because of some sort of morality difference, and then they totally whiplash. Like they forget that you were ever their friend and they just get mad at you. No bigger example is Nico, the Blood Witch that I mentioned before.
Yeah.
She went from like a character I liked to this one I'm absolutely frustrated on because she's an emotional hypocrite. She acts before she thinks. She's like, we got to save our friend immediately before planning or figuring anything out, leading a huge threat to our home. And when anyone casts blame on her, she's like, well, at least I did something. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the next time he goes like, okay, time for us to go again. Did you make a plan? No. It's like, Nico, you fucking idiot. And another time when it finally works out, because what you have to do is you have to go with the dark dialogue options to actually encourage her for being a reckless idiot to make her like you more, which is very annoying. Because it just seems so weird to encourage someone to not, because the world is at stake. Why am I encouraging you not to think? We need all hands on deck. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if we should trust the Avengers. It's like, who the fuck cares about your petty drama? All of you. The world is at stake.
No, we
I don't
can't
care about your problems. It's like, I don't care about your personal little issues where you guys don't get along. We have to save the world. Don't take your ball and go home. And so, like, it gets frustrating as this dialogue keeps going, and you have to be the diplomat mediator, and then the game goes like, but you are the chosen one, and everyone sees you as the leader. It's like, what the fuck ever. By the time I got to that point, both leaders of the Avengers and the Midnight Suns went like, but you'll be on our side, right? And I just immediately went authoritative. I was like, don't play nice with me. I'm your fucking leader. Like, I was so sick of them. I was just like, bro, shut the fuck up. I'm running the show now because you two idiots clearly are too reckless to get anything done on your own. So it kind of dampens that social link experience, because the way it does that is the characters have to be ready for any type of dialogue option, so they don't feel consistent. And some of them just come off crazy for it. Nico isn't a bad character by any means, but she's very inconsistent. Which just hurts liking her. I ended up liking Magic more because of her, and Magic's like the standoffish one at first, but then she's like the one with the soft heart underneath.
Yeah.
The DLC was pretty fun. You get to fight vampires. They made Red Skull's granddaughter ridiculously hot, to the point where I'm like, oh, why does your grandpa have to be a Nazi? I just like, damn. Why she gotta be hot though? Like, is one of the times where I'm like, oh. But they correct that because Storm fries her face and then she gets a red skull. I'm like, oh, thank God. She's as ugly as she is on the outside. She is on the inside. Conflict resolved.
Thank you, Storm.
I'll put a picture. I'll put a picture. Yeah, thank you, Storm. Storm is bae. Oh my God, Storm is bae. Hold on. I'm gonna send a picture of her. She's up your alley too. She's a redhead. She's got like pretty badass armor too. So this is the character I'm talking about. Her name is Sin, and she is she's Red Skull's granddaughter. what else was there? There's also some
Oh,
funny bits of comedy in the yeah, exactly, in the S-Link system where it's like characters will display some interesting things. Like Eddie Brock used to be a reporter, but like if you encourage him to get back into reporting because he needs like an anchor to reality, he just becomes full on stupid conspiracy theorist, and you have to sit there and he's like, you see it, right? That the cows are connected to vampires, and all you have to do is nod and go like, yep, yep, Eddie, sweetie, you're onto something. Keep pursuing the truth, honey.
yeah.
Meanwhile, you go off to the side
You'll
with
find the
yeah.
cows.
Meanwhile, you go off. Yeah. Meanwhile, you go to the side with Peter, and he's like, "You got to make sure he doesn't lose it." And Peter's like, "I'm trying, man. I'm trying." But he's Eddie. Like, fair. There's also some funny like bits of like humor where it's like the witch is like a vegan, but she creates like meatball subs. It's like, that's not vegan. It's like, it didn't come from an animal. It's like, but what if like your spell just like removed the organs and then prepared it? So you killed an animal randomly. And she just sits there and she's like, oh God. She can't even deny it. She's just like, oh, like, yeah. I really like it. There's some really hype moments. I really enjoy their gameplay system, the way they do base building to make things more efficient. It's a min-maxer's like paradise. This is a Firaxis game after all.
Yeah.
I did send 2 videos to you, Candy, on the chat. So could you play both of them? Play the top one first, and that one's Storm's amazing moment. And remember, these are in-game cutscenes because they're wearing the costumes that I equipped them with.
Yeah.
And then the second one, if Silent, if you're there, this is for the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider fan. So wait for the second one though.
Yeah, let me. Oops, over here. Where is the projector? There we go. Storm first. Okay.
Storm's the top one, yeah. The one with the gargoyle.
Oh, Storm is top.
Yeah.
Do I have audio?
Yeah, it has audio.
Storm, what's the forecast?
Oh yeah, I forget that he doesn't.
Clear
like,
skies ahead.
So what did the little bats do?
They're vampires. They're evil.
Oh. But I like bats.
I do too. Okay, Silent, I hope you're here. Better be here, because you said you were a Robbie Reyes fan.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You know, having this projector around is very convenient.
It is.
What the hell? You're all a pack of fools.
Oh man, is he's really
He's a
gonna go for
Wolverine.
it? Go for what? Hold on.
Yeah, I put him in the back seat because I thought it would be the funniest one.
I mean, he looks like an oversized child back there. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So those are like some of my favorite moments. Yeah, no, because like if you choose Venom in some of the cutscenes, he won't be Venom. He'll just be
Venom.
Eddie. So it's just like a really buff guy in a sweatshirt, and it's like that would seem funny, but it's like I couldn't think of anyone for some reason funnier than Wolverine in the back.
Is Eddie Brock the guy who in like the Spider-Man 3 movies that goes to church to pray for God to kill Spider-Man?
Yeah, for death. Yeah, Topher Grace's character. Yeah, that's Eddie.
That's such a like. That's like.
It's
like
so funny.
Generational
Eddie
haters.
is canonically a Christian. Yeah.
But like that
He
generation,
is,
like imagine going to the
absolutely.
church just to like pray for God to kill that one nerd that you really don't like.
Yeah, it is pretty great. What else? Oh, the game also introduced. Oh wait, okay, there are 2 other things. I made my aunt, my bitter lesbian aunt, less bitter because I brought. Well, I didn't bring back my other lesbian aunt, which was his wife. Back from the dead. I just made her able to see her ghost, so now my lesbian aunts can talk. Thank you. Firaxis says thank you. It's an amazing cutscene. Yeah, so now my 2 lesbian aunties are happy. One's a ghost, the other's an immortal. You know, they're in the house and they're like, "We're so proud of you, kiddo." And it's like, "Yeah,
They're in the
yeah,
house like
please stop
carpet.
like getting on my now stop getting on my ass about every single decision I do on." And she's like, "No, mostly because you're the only child I'll ever have." And he's like, "Yeah, you're my mom too." And it's a sweet moment. And you're like, "Oh." The game also introduces a crack ship, which is Blade and Captain Marvel,
Oh.
which I don't think has had any prior hinting in comics. And Blade just really likes a strong woman. But then you
I
talk to him
respect that.
about the crush, and no, but hear me out. The conversation literally goes because you can choose the dialogue option, and the dialogue option is, let me guess, you have a crush on her because she could kill you. Yes. What? I was joking. I'm not.
Hmm.
You're
He's
like,
just like
okay,
me.
Blade.
He's just like
Okay,
me.
Blade. All right, Blade. To the point where they're dating.
He's
They
just like me,
just
for real,
started
for real.
dating in, they just started dating in the game, and then when you, well, he is a Dampier. Blade is canonically a Dampier candy, and he kills vampires. You go to Blade because you have like before the final mission, you can talk to each person. They have unique dialogue, and then you talk to them, and etc. And Blade's like, "You better come out of this alive, because I'd invite you to the wedding." He's like, "You're getting married already?" And he's like, "Don't say it out loud." God, you're just like, okay, Blade. I'm
Okay.
just saying, you've been dating for 2 days. Christ. And then you walk in the portal to fight an elder god. You're just like, bro.
I mean, if you can kill an elder god, if you can kill an elder god together, your marriage can survive anything.
True. Game is good. The final mission does tank the frame rate because there's just so much going on in the background, and it spawns the most amount of enemies. But still pretty fun. Generally fun experience. The story is the only thing that kind of lowers it. The game obviously does the Marvel thing where it's hinting at a sequel, but if I remember correctly, in Firaxis, the director of this game, who is also the director of XCOM, left the company because this game was like a commercial failure.
Oh yeah, his game bombed super hard.
Yeah, and which is a bummer because like I don't know how good how good a sequel would be, even if it got a sequel, like how good a sequel would be with a different director. Also just like the fact that like arms in the air as to whether this thing would even get a sequel, because like it bombed at first, and like sure it kind of I have no idea if it recovered by end, because it's back to full game price, which is pretty interesting as a tell. Because like when it was desperate and it would like sell the game for like $20 to $30 for it and all the DLC, that was a pretty good steal. But like now it's like full game price, and you're like, you either have to have confidence that people are willing to buy it like this, or like I have no idea. You should be getting on sale again. I think even on the Steam reviews, like it's like only like 10,000 reviews in total. So like I would hope this thing would get a sequel in some ways. So yeah, wait, so even Marvel could make popular games until the thing is, like, this thing was failed by its marketing. This game is like a good game, but they just didn't advertise it properly, and people forget again like how that's kind of important, is to manage to get eyes on your games. Marvel has had like a streak of pretty decent games, like
Oh, but
like people
I feel like
look
another.
at Spider-Man, but Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom is also I'd count that by a technicality. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I feel like another thing that we didn't discuss, because last time we discussed like Marvel fatigue and stuff like that.
Marvel fatigue could have played a big
But
role
like,
into it. Yeah.
but like another thing we weren't talking about is that the biggest Marvel game to come out before this one was that Square Enix Avengers game. So,
Yeah,
so maybe
that was a pretty bad shake of faith.
yeah, so maybe the like how bad that game was just like made people like, maybe not trust the idea of buying a Marvel game.
It's tough though, because like it's with tie-in games, like it isn't just like the brand. Yeah, there's no way it could turn into rivals. A multiplayer is just going to ask a free-to-play multiplayer. No, there's no competing in that.
And also hot.
Yeah, Yeah, some of the characters in. I mean, oh, you would also like Scarlet Witch. They made her a full-on redhead wearing all red, and she's like banging. What was I talking about? I was thinking about Scarlet Witch.
Oh, like with time games.
With tying games is like it's tough because like I can see why people would do it. I think by a technicality it's unfair to look at the IP that isn't responsible for development
Yeah.
versus like the developer, because like on a Squeenix front they screwed up.
Yeah.
Firaxis did a good job. Is it Tencent that did?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rivals?
Rivals was Tencent.
Yeah, Tencent did a good job at Rivals. Like Insomniac did a good job with Spider-Man. Capcom did a good job with UMVC3, right? But then there are other Marvel games that I'm sure that I can't even remember that flopped. Oh wait, Activision also did the Deadpool game. I remember that.
Oh yeah. That game doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't. But yeah, they're just a bunch of. Isn't that what Avengers was?
Avengers was really
I
bad.
forget. Yeah, Avengers was really bad. Avengers was Phoenix, and like it just failed. Oh yeah, there was the Guardians of the Galaxy game that I have no one I know talks about it, and I think Dura mentioned that it was okay once, but it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
You still have the Deadpool disc. That's very smart. Always keep physical. I'm a big proponent of this. Oh yeah, did Telltale do a Marvel game? I know they did Batman.
No, I think they actually did. What did Telltale do?
Did they do a Marvel game? I wouldn't be surprised. Telltale did too many tie-in games.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, they did Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, but like
I'm not big on Telltale either.
the Guardians of the
Yeah,
Galaxy.
Telltale did Guardians of the Galaxy.
The Guardians of the Galaxy game he's talking about is a different one. It was developed by
Yeah.
Crystal Dynamics, I think. I think like the people who made
Yeah,
the
the
modern Tomb
AAA.
Raider games.
Telltale got bought out by like I think the people who did the Spyro
Yeah.
stuff, and then Naughty Dog is still around.
Yeah.
But like yeah.
Do you think Telltale
Mm,
do you think Telltale would have survived a little bit longer if they had like any fucking unique IP?
no.
Because like I don't think they had like
No.
any unique IP.
The problem wasn't the IPs. The problem was just like you got used to the formula.
Yeah.
Changing plot wouldn't have changed shit. It's just the same thing over again. It's like the illusion of choice in a narrative that goes episodic. And there's only so much patience you can have for that over and over again. Like the story really has to carry carry it. And like for some of those games, sure it did. I know a lot of people still love The Wolf Among Us. I know some people still I know some people still hark about like the first season of The Walking Dead, but it's like then the other ones are like a mishmash of okay. I know some people who like Tales of Borderland. I know some people who don't like Tales of Borderland. I know some people who shit on the Minecraft story. I know some people who go like the Batman one was pretty good. I've never heard anyone talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale game. Like Telltale's biggest issue was just mismanaging and not optimizing like their engine and just like not doing new things. Like sure, an independent property could help, but like I don't think they would have stopped like taking contracts for tie-in games even if they had an IP.
Yeah.
Like their own. I think they would have still overextended themselves and just you would have gotten sick of the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, how many games were they releasing a year? Like that. Like that was insane. No wonder the quality started like dip.
To be fair, they were also doing it. They were still hinging on the bets of like it being on the episodic
Yeah, and then they didn't want like
episodic
that whole thing.
format.
That whole thing,
Yeah.
like you remember when the entire industry wanted that to work, and then it didn't.
No, I couldn't. Episodic is just such a hard sell. Because like you have to. It's like the thing we've had with like DLC is like, do I really want to have to wait and then relearn a game? It's like, okay, for Telltale, you get the benefit of the doubt. You don't really have to relearn the game. It's very simple, but it's like, yeah, but I'm going to forget most things. That's why you're going to have a recap at the start of this episode.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have the import save thing, and then you're going to change it. And you can only permutate so much. There's no way that it would truly be able to give you a truly unique adventure off of that. Otherwise, like the 5th episode would have to be the largest gigabyte wise because it would
Yeah.
have to account for so many different details. So that's where the illusion of choice comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it flash in the pan, like Walking Dead season 1 was admittedly pretty good. And so like yeah, I liked Wolf Among Us mostly because that like IP in general was just very interesting. And I'll even give the Batman one some interesting props, but I just don't find their formula particularly engaging. I know new companies are trying to do it. I think there's one that has like a superhero focus that's coming out that looks higher budget. I don't know how that'll go, but hey, you do you. I think even like if you could make arguments for it, you could say like Supermassive has tried to carry that torch with the way the Until Dawn and the
Yeah.
Dark Picture
Are
anthology
they still
games go.
around, actually? I haven't heard from them in a while.
I don't know.
For Massive Games. Oh yeah, they still are around.
It's not like they're necessarily totally different. They have a little more in terms of the prompt stuff and how things go. But the most important thing is they don't do an episodic format with the same cast. They just give you one complete story in a game.
Yeah.
And it's just and as the title says, it's an anthology, and it's like that works wonders to have a complete thing off the get-go.
Wait, I didn't know. Oh. Why are they making the Little Nightmare games?
Oh, is it Super Giant or Super Massive? Oh, fuck,
Super Massive.
okay. I hate some of these game names because they're so confusing. Like these dev names, because you can mix them up.
Why are they
Did
making...
I do anything else?
Oh, I get it. And they have like another game coming out called Directive 8020. I don't fucking know what that is. Apparently they fired a lot of people last year, so I don't know what they're doing.
Your name in Marvel Rivals is Sloppy Pupwife?
No, that's not me. That was a name I found. That was a name I found when I was playing.
Okay.
My name in Marvel Rivals is just my user. It's just PanickingCandy. Like I am PanickingCandy everywhere.
Okay. I was about to go to the Euro server so fast. I was about to rat you out so fast. I was about to shove you down, and then run to the Euro server's door, and guys her name's Sloppy Pupwife. And then everyone would point at you as you're down on the ground like Pepe with the cafeteria tray.
Yeah. Oh my god. I feel like every match of Marvel Rivals I play, every match of Marvel Rivals I play, I hate Spider-Man more and more and more and more.
I like him as a character, but I see the problem is like, and I've heard the complaints of people who play is just like whenever you're teamed up or playing against a Spider-Man is just interestingly one of the most technical characters in that game by movement factoring in. So you'll get just like a bunch of kids who just don't know how to play the game and they pick Spider-Man, and if they're on your team it sucks, and then if you play against an actually good Spider-Man it's just like the most obnoxious thing to deal with.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I get it. I do genuinely love that character for a lot of reasons.
So fucking annoying.
I do think the comic book company likes to kick him while he's down for far too long. Like, let the man live.
Yeah.
But comics.
I also like they finally released the Giant Woman.
Yeah, I know. You sent a screenshot.
And I was playing
and,
as her.
You made noises.
And I was playing as her. She's actually like Giant Woman is aside, she's actually really fun to play because you can fly. She's a flying tank.
Oh, that's really cool as a premise.
Yeah, she's a flying tank. It's really fun. And she's also you can just like annoy the other team because she has a like spear with like a very long range, so you can just like fly down, poke, fly up, poke. Whatever.
That's pretty funny. Just condor tactics.
Yeah, and I also I did post a picture on on like the Euro server. It's like, Jesus Christ, the fucking size difference.
Mm-hmm.
she's so much bigger than everyone else on that game. It's like
Well,
Jesus
she
Christ,
looks like a
lady.
titan, yeah.
It's like Jesus Christ, lady. Like, what do you eat? Oh my god.
Well, she's like a divine figure, yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, that is a pretty big difference. Who's the character next to her?
That's Invisible Woman. It's one of her skins.
Oh, Sue?
Yeah.
Damn, they really don't need to cover much.
Oh yeah, like if you turn around, if you turn the skin around, it's just ass, literally just ass.
I have no complaints. Anyway.
Actually, let me see if I can find a picture of
Oh, she's a lesbian too, so Candy has a chance. Oh, that's
I
cool.
like I'm going. I had never heard of this character before, like last past week.
I haven't either. I'll be real. I'm not gonna front. I'd say like between the two comic book companies, the one I'm more familiar with tends to be DC.
I don't know either.
But
Okay, I found one.
oh, okay. I was wondering if you just like went silent because you didn't.
No, I was looking for a picture of the ass.
Okay. Wait, are you sure you can show it on stream, or are you just gonna DM it to me?
No, like I mean, it's in the game.
True.
And you can
I
stream this
just don't-
game.
I don't. Oh, yeah, that's true. All right.
So I'm assuming we'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh yeah, it's fine, all right.
Yeah, like that skin is like pure ass.
Yeah, that is not apologizing for anything.
Yeah, and it's shiny. I love when it's shiny.
You gotta take this off the screen. I can't focus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair,
Oh,
even
yeah.
even on her like regular skin, is like a whole bakery in there.
Oh, I appreciate so. Richard Reed, most lucky man alive.
Yeah.
Truly must be a genius to land that.
I mean, maybe he can stretch it as long as you want. I don't know.
I would imagine that plays into things.
Like there's
Actually,
this image. I probably cannot show it because it's kind of like. But there's this meme where she's begging her. Like, the thing about like let me stack some donuts on it.
Yeah.
She begs him to like let him stack some donuts on it, and then they go to the image and she's like building like a 4-foot tower of donuts.
Oh, Jesus. I was gonna say there's another Ace Vane bit where it's just like Johnny keeps on arguing with Richard, and it's just like Johnny says that Richard has a small dick. It's like I'm like a rubber man. I can stretch every part. It's like, nah, Sue told us that's the only part you can't stretch. He's like, why would you tell them that, Sue?
Yeah, I mean, that would be very unfortunate if
It
that's
would
like
be
the only
unfortunate.
one.
God cursed you. He gave you a boon and then took away the most important part of the boon.
Yeah. No, or maybe he can stretch it, but it has like the floppy rubber texture
Hold on a second.
anyway. Actually, that's a horrible image. I don't like that image. Yeah, maybe there's a limited amount of mass in there. Maybe there's like a limited amount of mass he can use for the PP. Why do I say that? I'm an adult. I can just say penis. Why do I say PP? I can just say cock, the dick, the cock, the penis, the member. What other words for penis are there? I know that there is this song called Pet Names for Genitalia. There is a song called Pet Names for Genitalia that it is on the beat of We Didn't Start the Fire, and it's just like 3 minutes of like names for a penis.
Sorry about that. My family was just like worried about my smaller dog because he was hiding under the bed. He was being this big scaredy cat.
Yeah. Welcome back. We were talking about pet names for genitalia.
What?
It's a song.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't know if any people love like a good abridged series and just comedy. I always recommend Ace Vane. He's the guy I talked about like the clone thing, where he's like, I didn't know if I was the clone or if he was the clone, so I moved to New Jersey. They don't have me over in New Jersey. Shit, it's just the funniest fucking. And it's just like there was one where like Sue left, and just like Reed replaced her with She-Hulk. He's just like, yeah, he replaced your ass, Sue. I told him to just tell everyone you were invisible when they asked us where the fourth person at. But then he immediately replaced you.
And I'm just like, you know what? Like, you know, like based on like the way the other characters look, you know that when they finally add Rogue to Marvel Rivals, the internet is going to explode. Like, it's going to break the internet.
No, because there's a problem. You have to pick which Rogue you like better. Do you like the 2000s X-Men Rogue or the 80s Rogue?
I think
I like the 2000s
going,
Rogue, which is the goth.
Yeah, but like, you know what they're going to do? They're just going to make both a skin.
Yeah, they're just gonna make it both skin. But
because,
like Goth Rogue, oh my god.
Yeah.
You remember Goth Rogue, right?
Yeah,
you do.
Because like I'm trying to find the image. They released like concept art for
the only fatal flaw that Goth Rogue had was that she liked Cyclops, which is just a sin in itself. But go ahead.
I'm trying to find the image because I like recently they released like an art book. And there is like concept art for like Black Cat.
Oh, Black Cat's a hottie. Did you see her in the Spider-Man game? She actually looks pretty in that one.
I did not engage.
I actually like her a lot more than... She looked a lot better than Mary Jane in that one, actually.
And it's like, okay, wow. Boobies.
Indeed. Hold on. Why is it like when I Google search, like these characters just have like the worst resolution?
Oh, I thought you were going to complain that it's trying to like funnel you into the AI mode. It keeps trying to do that to me. Like, hey, do you want to use the AI mode?
From the Spider-Man game.
Do you want to use the AI mode? And I'm like, no, I don't wanna. Leave me alone.
I tend to like monochrome design, so she actually looks pretty good in this one.
Yeah, that's a really good outfit. That's a really cool outfit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't engaged with those games like at all. Guys, I kind of don't care.
I played the first one. I enjoyed it. I haven't played the Miles Morales one. I like Miles. I'm always down for representation on ethnicity. And then I have not played 2 because 2 is $80 and I'm not in the habit of buying full price games right now.
Yeah.
Also, celebrations. I survived Yakuza Pirates in Hawaii being on sale and I didn't buy it. So hooray. I didn't waste $60.
Yay.
Because I'm not going to fucking buy a game that's like... It's like, hey, here's a sale. How much did you take off? About $30. And it's like, how much is it now? Still like 60, probably 70 after tax. And it's like, no, thank you.
I forget. Why do your countries do that? Like...
The taxation after the fact?
Yeah, why do you do that?
Yeah. You know what I'd like to know? What? The same thing. Because, like, it's just, it doesn't... as soon as I went to Europe and they included in, it's like, why don't we just do this? And I've heard defenders go like, oh, but then we'd have to change the labels accordingly when the tax rate changes. Like, 1, it hasn't happened in so long. 2, if it happens, you're still going to be changing the labels anyway when you get new shipments. This is an asinine argument.
Yeah.
It's the worst system. I hate it.
Yeah, like around here, you just get the final price. It's very nice.
We don't looks at Nick. I don't know. What's this about? Is it the taxation thing? Listen, I don't understand it either. I hate that I have to be in America's neighbor. Go ahead.
And also, like, we don't like do taxes. Like, we don't have to do our taxes.
Yeah, I also hate the fact that we are also forced to manually do our taxes and then potentially lose a tax return. So here's the thing that I'm just convinced on, is the manual process is to, 1, if you fail at it, because here's the thing, there's no point into it
Yeah. Wait, give me a
because
moment. I
the
need to do something.
IRS. Okay, no problem. Meanwhile, while Candy is doing that, how is everyone in the chat as we're approaching closer and closer to mid-September? And then we'll get to Halloween season. I enjoy Halloween season. I'm a big fan of Halloween. More horror games are going to come out. And then, what else? I don't know. Just getting back into collecting cards again. Hey, let's go.
Hello.
I could go back to. Oh no, it's money sink. I can't. I gotta sell my card bulk. Oh, what were we talking about? Yeah. So here's the thing on North American taxation.
Yeah, they know.
It's stupid. They know because the IRS already knows when you file for your tax returns. They know almost all of the information. Your usual gambit is to technically tweak the truth a little in where you could get more gains and it wouldn't be something they could actually dispute. That's why people like hire accountants to do their taxes, because they can go like, oh, by a technicality, you can claim this, right? That's at the best case scenario. Usually you're like if you did something stupid, you're setting yourself up for like tax fraud, which is going to have the government find you, which is probably in their benefit. Two, the other one is just like stupid is like people can forget and then the government gets to hold on to that money, or if you file it late, they get to do a fee, so they get to keep more of your money.
Yeah.
So it's just like an extremely stupid system. I hate it. I truly do hate it every single year when we have tax season.
Yeah.
And I hate being in a country that's America's neighbor, because I'm 90% sure they're like the reason we have to get this shit too.
No, around here, you just like every time you buy something or like do anything, it just gets like deducted automatically.
Because we're just there. We're just there. Oh, silent. Nah, Silent's a brother. You and me are in this together.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You and me are in this hell together.
Like,
Ugh,
like you get your paycheck and you're like tax, and it says like tax deduction this amount, and it's like, oh, okay.
Can I know what the funniest thing about our friends in Euro server, Candy?
Yeah.
I find this the funniest non-American behavior. Is that whenever a non-American, and this includes like all Americas.
Yeah.
So exclusive, like Europe, Asia's, they ask you questions about your country's flaw as if you are running the country. And I'm like, European, cease. I do not control my government.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's like, why do you guys do it like this? It's like, what the fuck are you complaining to me? What do you think I'm going to do? Change it? You think I'm running the... Like, stop it. Every single time with our friends in Euro server, they act as if I am the governing body. And I'm like, I'm just some dude. You think I'm going to go to Ottawa and be like, hey, my European friend said that what you're doing is really inoptimal. It's just like... The Prime Minister looks at me, Mark Carney, he's just like...
Yeah, like,
you know
yeah, surprise, guys. Surprise. That is the plot twist of the podcast. Nick is actually the shadow Prime Minister of New Zealand. But of Canada, I mean, sorry.
Oh, I'm doing a terrible job. Our economy's in the gutter, and also I'm just depressed. Well, that could, you know what, that might check out.
I mean,
I would at least like to be rich.
I mean, England has a shadow Prime Minister, don't they?
Does England have a shadow prime minister? By a technicality, you can say that Canada has a shadow leader, because technically, since we're Commonwealth under Britain, you can make the argument that the person who supersedes our prime minister is the governor general, who is under the queen.
Yeah.
So you can make this technicality by going, if you really want to be technical, the governor general has more power than the prime minister, so you could make a claim that the governor general is the shadow prime minister if you want to do that. Rarely do they ever actually have a say. They only get into the nitty gritty, like if there's a situation where someone has to be reelected or be a party leader or something, and we have to like interfere or whatever. But like, so rarely does that happen. Yeah, me and my Australian friend get to have a lot of fun when we look at the dollar and the economic decisions that are made by the Commonwealth, and we go, oh, why does it have to be like this?
Why are you doing this? Yeah.
Patch, and our dollars are a little similar. The Australian dollar, I think, is slightly lower than the Canadian dollar, but we usually just both wince in pain together.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like I don't.
Meanwhile, our British friend is just sitting there like, sorry, guys.
And like I don't mind, like, because like that's the thing. Like technically, my currency is very weak against the dollar.
But things are just cheaper where you are, yeah.
Yeah, like everything is so cheap
Yeah.
around here that is like actually we're
And the cost of
living
living.
easier. Actually, we're like because again I live on a I live on a 3-bedroom apartment, right?
Mm-hmm.
I pay $200
That's pretty good.
for rent, and that is like the normal. And I pay like 30 for utilities, and like 10 for my internet,
That's really good. Yeah.
and it's like
That would be yeah, I know that feeling. As people who live in places where the property value is stupid.
and
It's a
even
very enviable situation.
and even like the games like I went to check the store page for like the new James Bond game, right? You know, like the new James Bond game that is like for the human people.
yeah.
And I went to
Yeah,
check the
yeah.
store page, and it is like $35 for me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, no, we've talked about this. We've also talked about the fact that like because of Steam's like limiting procedures, like it's one of the things stopping all of your friends from just sending you money to gift us the games.
Yeah.
And then we'd send you like a little extra. It's like yeah. Can't find a 1-bedroom for under 2,000. Yeah, Toronto's like that too. Quebec is like that too. Vancouver is like that too. No, Vancouver might be a little more expensive. Depending. Could be. I'm not entirely sure. But like yes. I think in Canada the cheapest places you're gonna go to are like Saskatchewan, the prairies in general, and the coastal,
such a
like
funny
the other
name.
coastal. Saskatchewan?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the coastal, like Halifax, Newfoundland, like just in general, like Nova Scotia, like those parts, they're gonna be dirt cheap, but there's not gonna be as much going on there as in comparison to the biggest cities we have going around here. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating to the point that I know plenty of people who've moved out of the city, where I currently reside, and just like I have other friends who are like trying to hold on to staying, but it's like you never know. It's like if it gets too expensive, then
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta leave the country and find where you can sort of just survive.
Yeah. No, yeah, like I'm looking around like the place, and it's like, you know, like nice apartments with like included parking and all that stuff. They're going for like 300, 350
Yeah, that's enviable.
with like for like 3
You're telling
bedrooms.
me I could.
3 bedrooms.
You're telling me I could.
2 bathrooms, a kitchen, parking
You're
included.
telling me I could move into your city, pay that for 200, and be surrounded by Colombian women? Oh my god.
I mean, how much is like a single bedroom apartment actually? Like a single bedroom has to be like 100.
Probably.
Why are they setting off fireworks around here?
I don't know.
They
Is there a
shut the fuck
holiday?
up.
What's September 13th as a holiday?
Around here? That I know?
Yeah.
Nothing?
Okay. Today's International Video Game Day or something. I hate that there's an international day for everything.
Yeah, I found like just like
It makes it just so it makes everything not special. It's like whatever.
yeah, like just like a quick search, I found like a couple of like nice 1-bedroom apartments.
So why you gotta word it like that? Beautiful women and candy.
No, I mean like I often joke because like if you go to like VTuber Twitter and you find
Yeah.
like VTubers that post pictures of them like IRL pictures of them, it's like they are all like super pretty.
Yeah, that just feels unfair.
They are all like super pretty. So I have a joke that I'm like probably like the ugliest one.
Well, okay, there is a part of me that does wonder how much of it is like manufactured to them actually bothering to do glow up beforehand. And there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you want to look as presentable as you can, but like yeah, you never know, right? Like people don't look like they're hottest 24/7 usually.
Yeah.
I've known some very beautiful women, and then like I'll visit them I'll visit them at their house, and they haven't put their makeup on, and they're just wearing like their hoodies and their baggy pants, and I honestly find it a cuter look.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, I don't have my face on, I must look hideous. I'm like, no, you look fine. I like this. This is more real in my head.
Oh, yeah, like I found like a nice studio apartment, you know, uh, if around like 40 square meters for like $120.
God damn it.
Like it's very like, and that is I'm always looking just in case I can find like a job that pays me in dollars, or like a like, you know, like a US job that like gets remote people from like other countries, because if I start gaining, and that's another thing that would be really advantageous for me, like growing, yeah, 120 US a month.
Yeah, that's dirt cheap, but yeah, go ahead.
And because of the way like the value of the dollar works versus the price versus like the cost of living around here, if you start getting paid in dollars or like in euros, because like they're worth around the same,
Yeah,
like
you're set.
you are making a lot of money, like in relative
Yeah, you're
terms.
set. We'd have Candy put in her cuck room. She has a cuck room. A room with a
Listen, listen. That is called a security room. All of the cameras are there for security reasons.
No. I'm imagining you in those empty police rooms with the one-way mirror with the cuck chair in the corner, and you're viewing. That is like the cuck room has to be the saddest room I've ever heard of.
It is a security room. It's security.
Whatever you want to tell yourself. You're really trying to protect us all as you cry watching. It could have been me.
Like, did you hear that story? Have you heard that story of a guy who was like a hotel manager, and he started like finding a way to crawl into like the vents and like watch people.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, is this like a motel?
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's an archetype of like the creepy like hotel, and also like it's just like they're just general. It's gotten to the point where there's just general advice that people have is like, hey, here's ways to detect if your hotel room has cameras, because sometimes people just do that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, like that's a thing. And there's also like, yeah, you like also always like have like an application on your phone that detects like air tags and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's why you make sure that you're as unattractive as possible. That's how I beat the game. And then I make sure that I room with unattractive people in the hotel room.
Yeah.
So that when they get the footage, they're like, oh, we can't sell this online.
Yeah. Wait, or you just make like really weird noises.
They're like, he's just doing this for 8 hours straight every day. Rare Nick W. I seldom get many.
You start sounding like a turtle. Have you ever heard a turtle having sex?
Yeah, I have. I feel like everyone's like, sure. Yeah, it's like a weird half hiss. Ugh.
Yeah, they
Please stop. Yeah.
They do it like that.
Yeah, but no, like if you're, the pro tip is like if you go to BNE or like an Airbnb or like whatever, or like a hotel or a motel, is like make sure to just like check certain stuff on your privacy and your security.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Also, like it's just generally a good rule to like bunk with people, just on a cost thing and just like a safety thing. It's like
Yeah.
I don't think I would ever really travel and be on my own. Do they actually have to be honest if you ask? What if you ask them they're surveying you? No, not ask. You have to like do a lot of the work yourself. Like, because there are videos of like, oh, here's how you can detect if like there's a camera in the toilet, or if there's a camera like on the mirror, or if there's like people just show you like tricks and stuff that are worth. Some people even like bring like those mini metal detectors to just check.
Yeah.
Because apparently that helps. But yeah. Because ain't no way if they're the type to plan a camera, I don't think they're really hung
they're
up
not
on
going to
telling
tell
you the
you.
truth. Yeah. Well, you caught me. Like, they're like Swiper. Oh man. Voyeur, no voyeuring. Voyeur, no voyeuring. Oh man.
Oh man, that's this month income gone. Okay, I
Would have
found.
gotten away with it too if it weren't
So,
for you and your meddling metal detector.
you know how I earlier, when you were talking about like someone being in the house, I said I'm in the house like carpet.
Yeah.
Have you ever
said
heard that song?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you know. Have you ever like actually like looked the whole lyrics of the song?
No, that I haven't done.
Because they go fucking insane. They're fucking insane. Here,
'Cause I remember it used to be like a huge meme.
I'm going to do a dramatic reading of the lyrics of the song.
Okay.
Check it out. I am in the house like carpet, and if there's too many heads in my blunt, I won't spark it. I'll put it in my pocket and save it like rocket fuel till everyone is gone and it's cool. Then I will spark it with my brother. His mama named him Mo, but I call him Mo Lover. And he's more than a cover, he's a quilt.
Yeah.
That line's
Yeah,
so
keep going.
funny. He's more than a cover, he's a quilt. We're putting shit together like that house that John built on the hill.
Okay, you're pulling in John now. All right.
On the hill, because this shit's gonna feel like velvet turtle, like velvet turtle. My style fits tighter than a girdle. If you hide it, then you can just leave it like beaver.
I'll leave it to Beaver. That's pretty okay. Yeah, all right. You cooking, you cooking.
But in a day or two, I will make you a true believer in me, because like the alphabet, you'll see that ICM kicks a rhyme, not your everyday soliloquy. Like Chef Boyardee, my rhyme's truly cooking.
Oh.
Like Chef Boyardee, my rhyme is truly cooking. Peace to Matty Rich, because he's straight out of Brooklyn, New York. I don't eat pork or swine when I dine. I drink a cup of Kool-Aid, not a big glass of wine, or a hein. If you have time, I'll drop rhyme again.
This world wasn't ready.
I like how it ends.
This,
I like how the song ends on like a grammatical error. It's like if you have time, I will drop rhyme again.
it sounds like an ancient text.
Yeah.
It's actually extremely. I wasn't even. I was pleasantly surprised by this dude's lyrical depth.
Like Chef Boyardee, my rhyme is truly cooking.
It's so dumb.
He's more than a cover, he's a quilt. We're putting shit together like that house that John built on the hill.
Oh my god.
And what I really like about this song is also like the song is like 5 minutes long, and the first 3 minutes are just like jazz music, or just like soulful jazz, and then at the end he just like starts singing.
I know songs like that. Usually it's the reverse though. Usually it's the lyrical part first, and then it just goes instrumental.
Bad names for Jane.
The rap is a spoken word.
Yeah,
This is my gospel. Gospel is such a cool word.
yeah.
Yes.
Gospel.
I feel like
Speaking of song lyrics, have you ever
there was
heard?
a cool character named Gospel. Hmm?
Speaking of song lyrics, have you ever heard a song by Tom Green called "Pet Names for Genitalia"?
You said you were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
I do remember Tom Green at least, so maybe I've heard
Yeah,
it.
he made a song that is like on to the rhythm, to the beat of "We Didn't Start the Fire,"
Oh, okay.
and it's called "Pet Names for Genitalia," and it literally is just like 3 minutes of him saying like words that mean penis.
Makes sense because the whole way of We Didn't Start the Fire is just saying words in succession. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Mutton Dagger, Old Blind Bob, Hanging Johnny, Fishing Rod, Tallywhacker, Polly Rocket, One-Eyed Trouser Trout, Ding Dong, Uncle Sparkle,
Yeah, oh, I
Porksworth,
remember this. I'm getting a
Engine
flashback.
Cranker, Harry Hot
'Cause I think
Dog,
I
Davy
think
Crockett.
he used I think
One,
he used to have a show when he also said it on
Wang,
one
Wazoo,
too.
Winnie Wacker, Pecker, Pee Kidney Cracker, Heat-Seeking Moisture Missile,
Ew.
Giggle Stick, Log Whistle, Tube Steak, Uncle Dick, Purple Helmet Warrior, huh?
Purple Helmet Warrior, yeah.
I had never heard that one.
Well, I mean, it's not hard to deduce what it is.
I mean, yeah, because everything in the song is penises.
Well, yeah. But even then, I feel like if you...
Penis.
Usually the doctor before it turns purple, yeah. Probably.
That's what we were talking about earlier, about like the 4 hours. You know?
That must be like an Edger's and like a dream turned nightmare.
Yeah. Like, doctor, help me, I've been aging for 4 hours. I cannot come.
The new horror novel. I have huge balls and I must. I have no mouth yet I must scream.
I don't know why, but that remind me, you know, every now and then I watch some Smosh because they're still around.
Yeah, yeah.
They have like a show. They call it Jeopardy, and it's like Jeopardy, except
Yeah.
copyright free. And at the end, they always do like a little challenge to see how to like give extra points and give everyone else a chance to win. And they were doing one that was like you know, like basic like science and biology and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And at the end, the final Jeopardy, the final challenge was like a diagram of the reproductive systems, right? And they were like tasked
Yeah.
with like naming, putting the names on the stuff. And the contestants on that episode were like two of the like women that are like the newer cast, and Ian. Like
Okay.
the OG Ian, do you remember him? That originally was Ian and Anthony.
Yeah, I know. Ian Hackocks, yeah.
And Ian, and the fact that Anthony came back and he's still around, so they're both around again, kind of crazy, but that's
I'm happy for that.
yeah. And like so yeah, like they're doing like that, and all of the women are getting like more points at that. And Ian is like this isn't fair because you guys go to like the vagina doctor. You guys go to like the vagina doctor, and one of the like newer cast members, her name is Angela, looks at him and he goes, "Wait, you don't go to the dick doc? You don't have a dick doc?"
No,
And Ian
I
goes,
don't.
and Ian goes, "Yeah, I went once," and he put a finger up my ass.
Oh, urologist, right?
And the host of the show starts laughing. He's like, "You said that as if it wasn't supposed to." It wasn't supposed to. And he's like, "Yeah, I went once and he put a finger up my ass."
Then I stopped going.
I mean, there has to be people that like it, right? There has to be people that like, they go to like get a prostate exam and they have like an awakening. That has to have happened.
An ascension?
Yeah. Like an important realization about their life. That has to have happened at least once, right?
Well, I mean, I'm sure. There's like someone who's probably made like a noise that the guy went like, the doctor is just like, uh-huh.
I mean, like that. I'm just imagining like you're just like, is that the urologist, the one who does that, or is that another doctor?
I'm not sure. I'm not at the age yet where I have to get a prostate exam, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Like let's assume he's a urologist. I'm just imagining one. He's doing his exams, and he starts like doing the prostate exam, and he puts the finger on, and the guy immediately comes.
I've heard that happens though.
And he's like, "Oh, great! I have to clean that up."
Yeah, that is probably just like, why am I so good at my job? To be cursed with these hands. There's a Scrubs episode about it. I should watch Scrubs.
I've never watched Scrubs. I think that's one of the shows that like just didn't get big around here. because like yeah, like we have like some shows like are obviously like popular like all over the place. Like Friends was really popular, but that was before my time. Um, like stuff like the animated ones, Simpsons, Family Guy. That stuff was also really popular. We also had like stuff like How I Met Your Mother and like stuff like that. But like some stuff just
Yeah,
never. And we also had like
Friends is the.
we also
Go
had
ahead.
like House and Grey's Anatomy and like yeah, like a lot of the like series everyone knows. They were also popular around here, but there's also ones that are really famous in North America that just never got big around here.
Yeah, because like Friends is like one of those ones that doesn't hold up through the passage of time. Not because like necessarily jokes age poorly. Some absolutely do. But it's just like the cast becomes so disconnected from the life of the average person that you watch them is like, well, I don't give a shit about your petty problems.
Yeah.
Like, cause like Monica and Rachel live in a very luxurious studio apartment that somehow Monica inherited from her grandma. It's like somehow Ross is like 24 and already a university professor. That's like also a well-established archaeologist. Like, how did he manage to do that? And you're just like, all these people are just like making huge money, and it's just like for the modern viewer, at least, it was like weird. There are some episodes that like acknowledge it, but then there's also the fact is like no one in the friends group ever really talks to anyone who's a POC in a single. And it's like it only happens so rarely, and you're just like, oh yeah, okay, I guess. But it's like, to be fair, Seinfeld didn't do it either, and that's not a big issue.
Yeah.
You do get some recurring characters
I mean, like
who
the
are that,
thing
but
is,
it's like
back in the 90s, black people had to have their own sitcoms.
yeah,
It was sitcom
yeah.
segregation.
Yeah, but it's like you'd also just get like ones that hold up far better. Is like I've mentioned Frasier before. I genuinely think Frasier is just very hilarious because it kind of breaks a lot of established writing rules. For instance, like usually when you have a companion character there to be an opposite foil, right? They're usually going to be like someone who is the straight man to the crazy, right?
Yeah.
But with Frasier, his best friend is his brother, and his brother is equally insane in like in their neuroses. They're both very elitist, perfectionist, etc. They're just slightly different and more snippy at each other on the way they go about things, which is a very fun dynamic. And then their father is the one who's a little more grounded to reality, but he's kind of emotionally distant. So like everyone's a foil with an extreme flaw, and so you get to see them interact with each other in a very fun way. With Friends, it's like you got a lot of quote unquote differing personalities, but it's just like
Yeah. I don't know. I never watched
how
them.
they mishmash wasn't too engaging. Yeah, this is coming from someone who did watch it, and it's just like it was fine. I usually put it on background noise. It's definitely not one of like my top 10 sitcoms. One I like is Becker. Why does Becker sound familiar? I
You
gotta
know
check Becker.
what was really really popular around here when I was growing up for some reason?
What?
Alf.
Oh, I remember liking Alf when I was a kid. But to be fair, Alf is one of those things if you go back to is like, oh, he's just saying things loudly and that's the joke. Like his humor is pretty simplistic, but he's still fun. Are you there, Candy?
Yeah, I'm looking because I googled like that Becker name, and I feel like I recognize that face, and that is annoying me.
Yeah, me too. I feel like I have too. All right, we didn't talk about like game stuff. Nintendo released a really dumb patent because they're paranoid.
Yeah.
And now it will affect the industry going forward. It's essentially like, hey, we have a patent on if you can summon a creature and make it do orders like battle, which is extremely stupid. Even if you have goodwill
Oh, it's Dead
for,
Danson
yeah, even if you have goodwill for,
from The Good Place.
yeah, and also of Cheers fame. Even if a company claims they're going to put a patent out for to make sure that bad companies don't capitalize on it, that still discourages other studios from working on it, because would you rather invest your money and time into something that could get sued, like even like an above zero chance, or like just a zero chance, right?
Yeah.
So one, that's going to limit that. Two, it can also encourage other companies to try looking into litigation and patenting other broad ideas that would just limit competition, which is extremely stupid. And it also just gives like a company that's been lackluster with Pokemon to continue doling out a subpar product. Like Pokemon has gotten its its critiques of not putting in its budget, being very mediocre in performance, etc. And with this kind of thing, it's just like, oh, this cements the status quo. You didn't decide to do better. You decided to make sure everyone gets off worse. So, sucks. I know people tend to glaze Nintendo very much. I feel like out of the companies, it gets an unfair amount of people giving it a little bit of hand-wavy treatment. When they'll fully like criticize other console companies or just game companies, and
I
just,
feel
like,
it's just
no
like a
company's your
bias.
friend.
I feel like people are just biased
Yeah.
to the fact that like they're the ones that still make like games that are actually fun, despite everything
Yeah.
else. They're the only ones that
Yeah,
are still
it's
making
just-
like games that are fun.
It's true. It's just like, it's still a complex thing. It's like I dislike when people go, it's like, that's because they care about us as a gamer. It's like, no, they're a company. Don't go that far. All right.
They're just the only one that
Like-
realize that shooting yourself in the foot is not a good idea.
Yeah, and there are some things that they are complete fossils on. That's just how they are.
Yeah.
Like there were years where Sony was good. They did shit stuff, and now we're making fun of them for it because they're only doing the shit stuff. There were years where Xbox was good. They did shit stuff. Now we're kind of making fun of them for shooting themselves in the foot. Nintendo should get the same treatment,
Yeah.
right? Steam, even though it seems positive, they have also done shit stuff in the back, like in the past,
Yeah.
and they should also be held accountable. Like that's just how it is, right? No, like to be fair, it depends on what the most recent thing is. Usually, from what I've been told, Steam tends to course correct accordingly.
Yeah.
So at least there's that. But yeah. What else was there? Was there an announcement for any other game?
I mean, and then again, there was like a release date for Prime 4, which is crazy. Like,
Oh, she has a motorcycle now, right?
yeah, and the fact that the game exists again is like, and like Silksong exists, Metro Prime 4 is coming.
Well, I mean, like to be fair, Dread came out, right? And it's just like it kind of put in some talks back into it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it must have been the testing of the waters.
And also that game just looks like graphically, like, keep in mind this game is like designed to run at like 1080p 60 FPS on the original Switch. So like the fact that it looks the way it does, it's kind of like they're getting away with a lot of stuff. I don't know what they're doing under the hood to optimize the game to look like that.
That's good.
But like genuinely,
yeah,
that's
there
like
was-
it's like one of the like most like one of the like biggest miracles of optimization I have ever seen.
Well, they have to, considering like their hardware tends to be on the back end in comparison to their competitors. So
Yeah,
they have
but
to
like
really be
even
smart
compared
on
with
the
like
way.
because like if you look at stuff like you know, like the Xenoblade games and like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, like running on the original Switch, they have problems with the fact that they're even like working at all. It's kind of amazing, right?
Mhm.
Same things with like the Switch version of like The Witcher and stuff like that. But like I feel like even in that, even in that like context, like the stuff that is going on with Metroid Prime 4, like it is a little bit of like I would love to just like get a chance to look at that engine, see what they're doing, like how they're handling stuff.
No, what
Um,
I'm saying is just like they know the limitations of their hardware, so they're gonna try to just like optimize accordingly to get the best performance on that, because they have to, right? Because
Yeah.
like considering the situation that they're in, people know that they tend to be the ones that are the least strong hardware wise, so you have to make up for it in some sort of capacity. And what better way to just know the ins and out of your technology and just like push the boundaries of what you can do within that limited space.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
and also like yeah, and also like yeah, Samus has a bike, so I'm very like turned on by that.
Nothing really. How can I say this? Nothing really needs to be a prerequisite other than she has to be a hot woman, though. For you, her being a bike is inconsequential.
Yeah, but it makes it better.
Okay.
Like Samus as a biker,
Alright.
like I'm excited for the fan art of Samus as a biker girl.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. To be fair, I think I saw it and I just went like, it's the Sonic Racers problem with me, whereas like, don't you just go faster as ball form though?
I mean, based on the gameplay they showed, like it seems like mounting and dismounting the bike is like a very quick, very snappy animation. So I think it's like probably going to be convenient.
Yeah,
And
because, like,
the
my
way
brain always
it
goes,
seems,
like, why would the super fast person go on a vehicle that would in theory technically be like slower than one form of transportation they can do naturally?
yeah, and like the way, I guess it just looks silly to have Samus just like rolling around in like the open
Fair.
world,
Oh yeah,
like just playing as
yeah.
a little ball in the open world.
Yeah, true. It would look pretty bad.
No, but also like it seems like from what I was able to like gather from like the trailer and stuff like that, it seems like the way they're designing the game is like there is like a large open world or like open area, and then connected to that open area connects like smaller places that are like structured like more traditional Metroid Prime levels. So you know how like in the older Metroid Prime games it was like multiple planets.
Yeah.
It seems like this time is like the same kind of thing, but instead of multiple planets, there are multiple areas in the same planet connected by like a big open world, which I think is like a cool idea, having like a central area that is like open and explorable, connecting to like more like discrete, more like designed, linear, structured like explorable places.
Well, it's like I feel like a lot of this is just like, what if we gave like XIP the Breath of the Wild treatment to a degree, right? Yeah.
Like there is
And it's like there's nothing wrong with that. It seems to be doing really well.
like there is definitely a balance to be hit there, because one of the biggest things about Metroid in general has always been like the level design and the way you like it starts to like unlock itself
a lot
slowly.
of backtracking, a lot of
So it's definitely like but I feel like if they do it the way I think they're doing it, I think it's going to be fine.
It's very interesting to think of like an open world Metroid game in like the terms of just like, it's not necessarily like, it would be weird to play a Metroid and it isn't a Metroidvania.
Yeah.
In your head, you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, and so yes, I'm also like I'm very, very horny. So what's new? And they also like, I don't know, like $60, like $70 for like the Mario Galaxy games. Like there's never a good reason to pay $60 for a game that came out 15 years ago.
Yeah. This company is so confusing to me.
Yeah, there was some Pokemon stuff. I don't give a fuck about Pokemon, so I don't know anything about that.
All I know is shit is locked behind like some sort of content, and our friend Dura, who likes Pokemon, is pissed behind it. Also, from the news I've heard, to no one's surprise, ZA still runs like ass.
Yeah.
So good job, Game Freak.
It's like, hey guys,
continue to...
like last week, you know, like last week, Star Wars Outlaws, Outlaw. How do you pronounce that word?
Outlaws?
Yeah, Outlaw. I cannot say it. I'm just going to tap.
I'll say it for you. Outlaws.
Yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah, it came out last week on the Switch too. And it is like, I wasn't expecting that because like that game is like one of the games that has like forced-on ray tracing. You know, it's one of those games that like you cannot disable the ray tracing. So like the question is like, okay, how are they going to do it on the Switch 2? Right? What are they going to do for the Switch 2 version? And the answer somehow is they're just going to keep the ray tracing on. They just kept it. They just kept it on. They just kept they lowered the resolution a little bit, but the ray tracing is intact somehow. And it runs great. It is like a fully like locked 30 FPS. There are no drops. It runs at the same resolution as the Series S version. So it's like you look at that like a game with like ray tracing, shadows, global illumination, and reflections, like running well, like looking great, like genuinely like surprisingly high image quality, and stuff like that. And then you look at the Pokemon game, and it's like, guys, what are you doing?
I'm just, I mean, to be fair, it's just evident that Game Freak doesn't like the IP that it has to work on.
Yeah.
But they still want the money. Like they've clearly tried expanding into other IPs. Like they've had other IPs. It's just no one really cares, and which is a shame. But they just keep on making a subpar product.
And
they
also
keep
like
suing the weirdest people. It's like Pal World is more Arc than it is Pokemon. You just get really upset because the comparisons are making people look at your product and make fun of it.
And also
Rightfully so.
like the new Digimon game also like graphically looks much better too.
Well, even then, I look at it and I still go like, this does not look like that different from the fucking engine that they had like last time for the other Cyber Sleuth games. It's still pretty. It's stylized. It works.
Yeah. And
Um,
it runs,
and
which is important.
yeah, and it
I feel
runs.
like because I feel like that is the main problem with the Pokemon games, is that like okay, they look like shit, but if they look like shit and run at 60 FPS, will be a different story. Because okay,
I also just
because if they were like high frame rate, high resolution kind of games, it's like okay, I mean, like there is a choice being made here, a priority being picked. Like we think performance is more and like resolution is more important than like graphical fidelity, so we're going that route. But it's like you get nothing. You get shitty graphics and like shitty frame rates.
it's even then quote unquote priority for a company that owns the most profitable IP.
Yeah.
Where are you allocating resources? You claim, oh, okay, so we can't put all the Pokemon because this would be too much work for us. It's like, one, you made HD models during the 3DS era and you talk this up as to why the 3DS games like ran like shit so you could future port them, etc. Let's go on the deep end and go like give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's permutative like data that they'd have to account for in terms of battles, in terms of competitive, and they wanted to cut that down. All right, I'll give them that. Why do the remaining ones still look like shit?
Yeah. You know what?
Why does every
Uh,
why have you not built up upon an engine that you haven't changed? Like why like at least when you look at a comparison with like RGG, and I know this because I constantly blow RGG, I get it, but it's just like that is you are witnessing them master an engine that can maximize and look beautiful, right?
yeah.
The starting games, it's like it was clear that the engine was powerful, they just weren't optimizing it. It was a mess, and then as they go, masters in. You're investing forward.
Yeah.
Pokemon doesn't feel like that.
Yeah, like Gaiden looks amazing. Like a Dragon Gaiden, it looks
Yeah.
really good.
Gaiden looks amazing. Lost Judgment is amazing. Gaiden 1 and 2, like, Infinite Wealth, they all look beautiful.
And they also
But
like
to be fair,
run better. like
yeah. and to be- yeah,
Judgment runs better than like Yakuza 6.
yeah. And to be fair, Yakuza 6 was the first game they ran on this engine, and people didn't like it. Yakuza 2, pretty bad also. So they had to keep on mastering it, but they made a really powerful engine that they invested forward in, and it's been like what 6 games on this engine,
Yeah.
and people still like it.
And now they're also making fighting games on it.
Yeah, and Pokemon has way more money, and they didn't think of this.
And like I'm just thinking, okay,
They're just
okay.
reusing the same engine, and it's just like it looks ugly. And honestly, if you just cell shaded or put a filter, I would even be like, all right, you did the bare minimum, but they didn't. It
Yeah, like
still looks bad.
I'm just thinking like okay, let's say that for some reason Game Freak just doesn't have like the right like engineering like team or whatever.
Higher.
Why don't you just ask Monolith then for the like to like borrow their engine?
You have the money to hire new staff. You have the money to outsource. You have the money for so many
It's like you,
side things.
but like
that you could
it's like
do.
again, you don't need to make a new engine because like Nintendo has very like other studios inside Nintendo have very competent engines. You know,
Yeah.
like the Breath of the Wild engine is
Well,
very competent. The Monolith Soft engine is
but
very competent.
no, but
Why don't you just borrow
I
that?
suppose no, I suppose there's a there could be some issues, but I'm not entirely sure because Game Freak isn't entirely owned by Nintendo because some
Yeah.
of the Game Freak IPs that they have aren't Nintendo exclusive. So there could be some sort of talk of just like, okay, we can't technically give them this engine because that would just be like
Like a
handing this
risk?
over to someone we don't totally
Yeah, I
own,
guess.
which to be fair seems a bit ridiculous, but it's like even then on the base level, you have money, hire new people, or just invest in your IP.
I mean,
And I get it. You don't like it's clear Game Freak doesn't like Pokemon.
yeah.
I've had that feeling from witnessing it just from
I mean,
a
they're probably
distance. It
tired.
feels like they don't. Yeah, and it's just like okay, fine.
Give it to
Make a
someone
new
else.
engine. Make a really new make a new engine. Invest forward and experiment with it, and then also use it for Pokemon
Or just give it to someone else.
or give it to someone else.
Just give Pokemon
Honestly,
to someone else.
Give Pokemon to someone else.
Or you
Oh
know,
my
like
god.
this is my hot take. This is my hot take for the week. I think Pokemon should just like go back to being 2D.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I don't know, like looking at the footage of like the Switch version of of Dynasty Warriors Origins, I'm like, we officially live in a world where where a Dynasty Warriors game runs better than a Pokemon game. And that's kind of crazy because Dynasty Warriors has always been like infamous for running like shit. Which is embarrassing. And what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say because I opened Twitter and there was titties. So I got distracted.
Yeah, I had to let my dog out of the room. But like, yeah, it's just like it's tough because we look at examples of like devs that kill it and understand how to utilize the systems that they already have, right? And then build upon them.
Yeah.
And it's just like I can't, like, I feel like I can't make any excuses for Game Freak. They're an industry veteran.
Yeah. It's like
they should be able to do stuff like this.
Yep.
They have the resources, they have the money. Like, it's just confusing.
Honestly, at this point, I feel like they would be better served just using Unity.
Oh god.
Because like
Or
you know what I know
would-
that?
Yeah.
You know why I know that?
What?
Because when Fire Emblem Three Houses came out, it was using like an internal. Because like think about Fire Emblem Three Houses is that it was like designed, like the design phase of the game was made by Intelligent Systems,
Mhm.
but the actual development, the actual like technical part of the game was made by like a studio inside of Koei Tecmo as like contractors.
Yeah.
And so they were using like an internal Koei Tecmo engine, and it was really bad. So like I really
Yeah.
I really like Three Houses, but it has like a crazy amount of like technical problems, right?
I also think like
Like
yeah.
like even on an emulator, even on an emulator with patches to like fix the resolution and like double the frame rate and like fix some of the bugs, it has like a ton and just to have like the power to like force through some of those issues. It has a lot of technical issues. Like Three Houses has a lot of technical issues. It is also just like a kind of like an ugly game. Like the art direction is not there. It is very like noisy,
Yeah.
very dirty looking game. For Fire Emblem Engage, the second Fire Emblem game on the Switch, they went back to like making it internally. It wasn't made by Koei Tecmo anymore. So they didn't have the Three Houses engine. So they just used Unity. They literally just used Unity. And it looks better than Three Houses, and it also runs better than Three Houses.
That being said, though, like after the whole Unity debacle, how many people openly use Unity now?
Yeah.
Also, Koei Tecmo is interesting because I've never felt so like weird when it comes to like a dev team, because like Koei Tecmo usually makes a game look nice. How it feels though when I play it is variable.
Yeah.
Like I remember enjoying the old Ninja Gaidens, and then I feel like the remasters I didn't like as much. Then I remember like being like a toss up with each Fatal Frame. I liked what I got to play of Neo. And then I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever enjoyed controlling a Dead or Alive game.
Yeah. Yeah, they have like I like them, but they're weird.
Yeah, they're such a weird development, to the point where like when I saw Ninja Gaiden 4, it crosses off all my boxes as an edgelord.
Yeah.
But as soon as I heard Platinum was developing some of the combat, I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I was
I'm really excited for the game. It looks really nice.
like, I'm like, that's less of a gamble. Yeah, it's coming October.
Yeah.
It's another game I'm very tempted to not buy
And like
because it's gonna be expensive.
what else did they announce? They announced like again, we were talking about this already. They announced the release date for Hades 2.
Yep.
Which I'm very and like also just like I am biased, of course, because I love Super Giant has always been one of my favorite developers. Again,
Absolutely. You've talked about Bastion, Transistor. You've talked about all of them.
again, I'm going to put on my
No.
hipster glasses and say I like their games before Hades.
And as much as I like dogging on Candy, I will support the fact because I've known her for about like 8-9 years, maybe more, and yeah, she has. She was that one friend in the chat who would always go like, play Bastion, play Transistor, play, etc. So
Yeah. And I also just like really like Hades as a game. So of course
Yeah,
I'm
Hades is great.
so of course I'm biased. Or like
Well, this is their first sequel too. This really says something, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'm biased, but like even removing my bias and my excitement from the equation, the like 2D animation they use for that trailer looks fucking amazing.
Great.
Like that, the animation on the Hades 2 release day trailer was fucking like, just like wall to wall, like beautiful, like gorgeous animation, like super cool effects, great choreography. It was just like really good, like really good. And I usually like I like to shit on trailers that are not actual gameplay.
Me too. Usually.
But I'm going to make that like this. This is the new exception. If you have some really good like 2D animation, like you get a pass.
I think like it can work tonally. Okay, here's the thing. If you're allowed to put a cinematic trailer to put some hype, I think that's fine. Don't make that the only thing you show of the game though.
Yeah.
Right? Like you should have like a companion. You should have a little bit of a gameplay trailer, like a side-by-side separate gameplay trailer, and then you can have a cinematic trailer. You could mix the two as long as that works. Just show people how the game plays too, right? And then like with Hades, probably the other thing with Hades 2, we kind of know how it plays because it's open, like it's open beta, not open beta, early access.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
we have seen it. We have played it. It is a known.
So
quantity.
cinematic is, yeah, exactly. Cinematic isn't as offensive, right? Versus a product you have no hands-on experience with.
Yeah,
You
it's
have
like
to, it's a crapshoot, right? So
yeah, it's like yeah, the cinematic trailer doesn't really tell you anything about the game, but you can literally just play it right now.
Oh, also, fun fact for news for 2 days ago, Borderlands not doing too hot.
Yeah, what a surprise! I'm just
What a
glad. I am
surprise.
really glad I never liked those games because it has saved me so much grief.
Yeah, I don't care about them either.
But
I feel bad
like
for Dura, he likes
yeah,
them.
sometimes I feel bad about Borderlands fans because it feels like they're just begging for something. Like just give me a scrap of a good game.
Remember when it? I remember way back. Gearbox, we used to joke, me and my friends, and it was validated when we heard like personalities say it. Was Gearbox was the company that could weirdly make Borderlands, but everything else they touched would fail.
Yeah.
And this was after their Half-Life like campaign thing. Pretty sure that testament stayed true. And I think even Borderlands now is not doing too hot. So like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Just wow.
What was, and also there's this whole thing about like Randy being like the game is $70, and if you cannot pay $70, you're not a real fan. If you're a real fan, you'll make $70 happen. And it's like, shut the fuck up, dude.
How can you? Yeah,
Silk
being totally dissonant.
Silk Song is $20. Suck my dick.
Oh, I am so happy that publishers are mad. It's so cathartic. It gives me life.
Yeah.
It gives me life that there's a company that isn't greedy.
Yeah,
and
it's
other
like
companies are mad that they aren't greedy because they're like, we gotta hold to a better standard. It's like, oh, boo-hoo.
it's like, hey kids, do you wanna play? Do you wanna pay $80 for 2 games that came out on the Wii like 15 years ago? No, Nintendo Silk Song is $20. Suck my dick.
I'm so mad at both Nintendo on Mario Kart and fucking GTA just trying to push this new standard, and just like we need more really not big games, because like, well, Silk Song is a big game, but just like more
High profile.
high profile, like not necessarily indie per se, but just like more in the AA space and the premier indie space, to just go on the more acceptable price ranges, and AAA just falling on their face because like people aren't willing to. Why would I buy like one of your games when I could buy 4 of these amazing games that are going to eat my time well beyond your game?
Yeah.
Right? It's like more bang for my buck. There's no way I'm going to do this. And then a company had like, congratulations, idiot company. Now capitalism has backpedaled on you. You must now conform and try to satisfy the consumer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your system that initially was pitched, you must now adhere to it.
What else did they announce?
It is. I don't know. I mean, it's past midnight, so I'm gonna start heading out though. But before I head out, so remember, folks, in this coming month, we are having Hades 2, Silent Hill F, and I believe the new Final Fantasy Tactics remake or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
don't give a fuck about like the new Silent Hill. I don't trust them.
Who's developing it?
I think it's
Is it just
internal
Konami internal?
with like collaboration from Hexadrive, I think.
Yeah, the person who also wrote the fucking Higurashi games, Umineko.
Yeah.
I think they're also the writing teams on that. I'm not going to buy it and play it. I'll cautiously wait to see where that goes because the writing staple at least seems interesting, but we don't know. Also, like, I don't know how to feel about like, oh, every country has a Silent Hill.
Why
Because like
why isn't it called Silent Hill 5? Because they haven't done numbers since 4.
because there are some franchises where if you numbered them, you'd get embarrassed.
Yeah, can you like
Look
I
at
keep saying
you, Assassin's Creed.
I feel like Call of Duty should be legally like required to put the number.
Because like if you had to realize that you were playing like Assassin's Creed 14, a person would start sitting there and going like,
Like the Call of Duty that is coming out this year. I counted them. It is Call of Duty 23.
yeah, it gets embarrassing when you start numbering them.
So I
Yeah,
feel
past a
like they
certain
should be legally like required to like number them. I feel like Call of Duty 23 colon Black Ops 7. It's just like an embarrassing name.
And we too must adhere to our Call of Duty, which means and the podcast.
The Call of Sleepies.
The Call of Sleepies. Check out my YouTube at youtube.com/@nocturne. Check out my YouTube at youtube.com/@nocturne. Or check my Twitch. Titles has my link. Follow Candy on her Twitch and YouTube if you are new here to see her past broadcasts, clips, and podcasts. Check her Blue Sky for organized thoughts, or join her Discord for her disorganized thoughts. The bot will leave all the links provided. And if you have such feedback for the podcast, like Candy, it's your turn. I did last week.
Can you please like just find a room? Stop like wandering around the forest.
Oh, I thought you meant for your like cuck room.
That's a I'm not a
And with
cuck.
my feedback, I'll go like, please send us donations for Candy's Cuck Room. That'll be the new name of her segments when she streams.
That's not fair.
My Candy's Cuck Room presents Marvel Rivals. This was a good podcast. Thanks for listening. Stay safe, happy, and have a wonderful week, everyone. And nighty night. Goodbye, Candy. Love you. Bye.
Bye bye. And there he goes. Into the shadows once again. So yeah. Thank you again everyone for stopping by. For being here. I hope you had a good time. Next week, I do want to like stream like more than once. I'm because like I don't know, between my anxiety and just like the fact that like I've been away for so long. I feel like I want to just like slowly get into the swing of things. So like, you know, this week I streamed once. Next week I want to like do at least 2, and then the week after that I can do 3. So like I want to like at least that is what I'm going to try. I want to like go like slower and like more cautiously and just like get back into the swing of things instead of just like jumping straight up. I feel like that would be like the healthier way to do it. It will prevent me from like burning myself out and stuff like that. Yeah. Again, like, ooh, it's hot in here. Oof. I need to go buy like another fan, I think. But yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you got a good time. I hope you have a good day, good night, good rest of your time zone. And I'll see you again on Monday or Tuesday, probably. I hope. That's the idea, I guess. So we're going to go here. And yeah, bye everyone. Have a good night or good day. I don't know. Time zones are funny. Bye bye. Bye bye. And I don't have a cock room. I don't even have a chair. Stop spreading misinformation about me. Stop spreading misinformation. This is libel. This is libel. This is unfair. Yeah, in this economy, another room in this economy? No, thank you. Another room in this economy? That's not going to work. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.